Taggart Stadium in Newcastle, Pennsylvania tonight. We have Northwest 9 action. That's right, we're northwest of Baltimore. The Highlands Golden Rams on the road travel to beat the Red Hurricanes of Newcastle. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik, Rob Boom Boom Mancini outside, actually not upstairs today. And what you see, folks, is historic Taggart Stadium. Go ahead, Boom, pull back. The folks at home are probably thinking, what's going on? That's the pole we're behind.
At its finest, Mike. When they say historic, that means there'll be a beam in front of us all night. We got the submarine press box over here, and it's about 8,000 degrees in here. They're living large on the other side. They let me smell the chicken tenders and gave me a bottle of water. So we wanted historic. We got it. And, big game tonight for both teams.
No, it is indeed. We talk about the travel to get up here. Moving along with a lot of travel now. About 60 miles or so to make it, and the weather. We had a couple sprinkles before the game, but looking at the radar, we may be okay.
Hopefully, Mike, but it's very humid out there, and one of the things we have to talk about is the rust versus rust factor. We really had an exhibition game last week. You put it very well. Looked like the Steelers because
after 3 series, Braden Timmons was standing on the sidelines with his pads off and a towel around his neck.
So we are
like Ben.
We are well rested. We're hungry. They don't have anything on tape about us because we showed them nothing. So hopefully that's going to bode well for us. Now, Newcastle on the side, they played 2 tough games. The traditional rival against Aliquippa, they led in that game early. They ended up losing that one. But they really beat up on Montour last week, Mike. So they've had 2 tough games. So they're battle-tested. We're rested. I think the key to the game, Mike, tonight is the 4th quarter. Are they going to tire out, or are we going to tire out? That's going to be the big question.
It'd be really interesting to see. Highlands has not played a game at all, really, with their starters. So we'll have to see how that goes. Well, let's talk about the revenge factor. Highlands, we saw these guys in basketball in the spring in the semifinals. Highlands upset Newcastle after trailing big in the 4th quarter of that game. And a lot of these guys are the same. A lot of the basketball players are on the football team. They got to remember.
No doubt about it, Mike. You beat them in football. You beat them in basketball. I love when people from around here say, where's Highlands? And then we beat them. Then we remind them, we're in the Toronto Heights, and we're a pretty darn good football team and a basketball team. I don't know if any other team in the WPL has beat them 2 times in a row in 2 different sports. Trust me, both coaches are selling that in the locker room tonight, Mike. Newcastle, we got to get revenge. Highlands, you better know they're going to come out breathing fire. We anticipate it. Let's see who's ready to play.
Anytime Fitness at the Highlands Mall in Natrona Heights is the place for fitness. The name says it all. Work out when you want, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Anytime Fitness has everything you need: free weights, cardio, circuit equipment, personal training, even tanning and private showers. And remember, your membership entitles you to access to thousands of clubs worldwide at no extra cost. Let Mark and John help you take the first step to a better you. Stop in for a free tour. You can visit anytimefitness.com or call them at 724-2956 and treat yourself to the greatest gift of all. Good health. The opening kickoff brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall in Natrona Heights.
Kicking off, number 35 for Newcastle, going to go deep, taken by Christ at the 15.
Out over the 25, the 30, spins out of there and gets up to the 33-yard line.
Is this 2 weeks in a row, Mike, we received?
I think it is. Freddie Soto made the stop. So it'll be 1st and 10 Highlands at their good field position. They'll start at their 34-yard line.
The offense go to work on their quarterback, Braden Timmons. His halfback is Jermaine Jett, 22. 48 is Pertelli at the fullback position. And again, the wide receivers will be number 6, Mitch Desort, number 8, Lonnie Long. We'll mention that line in the next play. They did a great job last week when they were in there.
We talked about this on the way up, Dean. Braden Timmons carried it once last week. What are they going to do tonight, maybe?
I think we're going to see a lot of the bull, Mike. Here he comes right out the bat.
And here he comes off the right side. Wades through there, but he's hit hard and thrown back after no gain as he's dropped nicely at the 34-yard line and brought down by the outside linebacker, Gio Eagleston.
Offensive line up front, Mike, we mentioned did a good job last week. Left tackle is 54, Mario Sanka. Left guard 75, Daniel Timmons. The center is 53, Lucas Lamer. Right guard 59, Billy Conley. Right tackle 63, Nate Klingensmith. And your tight end is 21, Seth Anusa.
Let's call it no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Sportelli's the setback. Timmons is back. Timmons going to hike it deep. He's got Christ down there all alone. He calls it in at the 20, the 10, the 5.
Touchdown,
we got a Highlands touchdown.
And there's a penalty marker on the play, Mike. Hold everything.
I think it's going to be a sideline against against Newcastle. So we'll see. It might have, the official, as he was running down, might have run into one of the Newcastle coaches or players on the sideline. But Timmons hits Christ 66 yards, and the Rams strike first.
Mike, he was open by 10 yards behind the defenders. Logan Christ has that deceptive speed you always talk about. He showed it there.
That's not deceptive. He's fast.
Well, deceptive from when you look at it, you don't think he's that fast. Let's see what they're going to do, Mike. This penalty, Highlands could go for 2. Let's see what they're going to call, where they're going to mark it.
Some troubles on their kicks last week.
Well, we have one problem tonight. Guess what?
Taylor Gunn 5 for 6.
She played a soccer game today at Deer Lakes.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah, and that really bugs me. Like, you know, they ask you to share kids at different sports, then you schedule the same sport the same day. No explanation on the penalty marker.
Ball is down, is held by Signorella. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Taylor Gunn adds the point. The Rams quickly strike. 2 plays, 66 yards, and they lead it 7-0 at Taggart Stadium.
Great way to get it started, Mike. Let's talk about B&J Sports, located at 1605 Freeport Road in Natrona Heights. They've been serving our local sports teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley for 5 decades. When it comes to all your sporting good needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch, from team uniforms and trophies to any other sports equipment you can think of. You can't beat the service of B&J Sports. Stop in there. Give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports, and Glenn Mills is smiling.
He is indeed. The Rams lead it 7-0 as Timmons throws his first touchdown pass of the year. But really, there weren't a whole lot of stats. Oh yeah, second. We had a 50-yarder last week. There weren't a whole lot of stats to be gotten last week, were there?
No, you won that series and not. Yep.
Threw that long one to Uniontown. Romello Freeman.
Nice had that quick strike defense, Mike.
That was a good start. So back deep for the Hurricanes. They have 3 stretched across.
Sam Peck kicking off, Mike. And it's going to be that onside kick. I told you wouldn't see too many.
Loose.
Who's got the ball?
The Rams have it.
Who's got it?
The Rams have it.
Who's got it?
It's number 41, and that's Cole Mazarek, is it?
No, 41 is Clark.
Cameron Clark. And the Rams recover the onside kick at the 45-yard line.
Like I told you, we wouldn't put the ball in the air too much on kickoffs, and that's why Sam Peck was in there. Great, perfect kick. Mike Bonds right up for Clark, and he gets the fumble recovery and the tackle. How about that?
First down, Highlands at the Newcastle 45. They remember the onside, recover the onside kick.
Mike, we can get to introduce the Newcastle defense. They didn't get introduced last time because we only had 2-play drive. We'll do it right after this play.
First down, Highlands. Lucas Lamer out over the football.
Highlands coming out as the aggressor here, Mike. So far, they look fresh, huh?
Price and Freeman to the right. Timmons under center this time. And a gift to Sportelli, busts through the hole inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Dragged down on an ankle tackle that time by Newcastle's number 66, Nick Conti.
Conti starting at linebacker, Mike. Number 44, Matt Shinak, was a normal starter. He was thrown out at last week's game. Punched the kid 3 times in front of the referee. Not a smart move. He's out. Middle linebacker Giovanni Eggleston is 47. Tyree Fish, the other right linebacker, number 11. We'll get to Don Lyman after this play.
Sportelli's first carry of the year. He goes into the I formation now. And Jermaine Jett, I believe, is the tailback. And to give to Jett off the right side. Tries to get through and get the first down inside the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. Brought down by Trey Epps. And that's a Highlands first down. Again, we'll apologize for the polls, but it's part of the ambiance. Enjoy.
Yeah, well, that's where we come with radio, Mike. Theater of the mind, okay? We'll be doing a radio broadcast with the polls in front of you.
Gain of 3 by Jett. First down, Highlands on the Newcastle 34.
Anybody remember Forbes Field?
George mentioned Forbes Field, and I said Tiger Stadium, but the Tiger Stadium poles were blue.
I've been there many times, and they were blue too.
Poles in my way now. I think the camera's good. It's a bootleg, and it's Timmons off to the left. Timmons tries to get to the outside.
Look at a bull.
And
they don't call the bull for nothing, Mike.
He's down to the 21-yard line as he takes Garrett Farah for a ride.
Pick up a 13. They don't call the bull for nothing. That time he pulled his way ahead.
13 yards and a Highlands first down to the Newcastle 21.
Took the left end. Devin Sams, number 43 with him. Casey Booker, left tackle 75. Right tackle 78, Ryan Cooper. Right end 59, Jake Evans. Cornerbacks are number 8, Marshane McElroy. And number 23, Marcus Hooker. We'll talk about
they fumbled a snap. Timmons dives for it, and I believe he has it. He does. It'll be 2nd and 10.
strong safety is Geno Stone, Mike. He's also their quarterback. And number 5, Zoe Gardner.
Newcastle hasn't had the ball yet. The clock winds to 9:20 left first quarter. Highlands scored on 2 plays, recovered an onside kick, and are driving again at the Newcastle 21-yard line. Wide side of the field to the right this time on 2nd and 10 for Highlands.
Can't let this drive stall, Mike. Putting up 2 scores quick would be so big for the Golden Rams.
Noah Weiner splits to the right, and they go from the flex formation this time. And they give us to Jet off the left side. They're waiting for him, but he gets away, spins through, and gets down to the 16-yard line. Now, they had a good penetration there by the right side of the Newcastle defense, but Jet was able to break the first tackle and get 5 yards and set up a 3rd and 5.
And it's a big 3rd and 5, Mike. We could be within field goal range for Taylor Gunn. She's kicked him for 45 yards, but you have to ask yourself, how tired is she after playing a soccer game today?
3rd and 5 Highlands at the Newcastle 16.
Looks like a little confusion out there, Mike. Gabe Booker in the tailback now.
And Timmons is sprinting right. He looks, being chased, and throws it into the ground. You know what, there wasn't anything there, and I think Timmons just thought better of it and got rid of it. It's 4th down.
What are you doing here, Mike?
I'm going for it.
Like you and Sam Albert are not on the same page. Yes, you are. Now they're bringing Taylor Gunn in.
Yeah, they're bringing Taylor Gunn in. They're going to try the field goal. She missed one last week of 34 yards. This will be a 33-yard attempt. Gillette the snapper, Signorella holder, and Taylor Gunn is the kicker. Remember, Signorella is the backup quarterback. He's the holder. At the post to our right.
They're going to give her a free kick because they don't want to jump
Snap, the ball is on the tee. The kick by Gunn is low, and it's no good. Now the Rams
big possession, Mike.
Had a chance there to put some more points on the board, but a good job by the Newcastle defense. They hold, and they will get the ball back at the 20. Highlands leads at 7-0, and that's got to be a shot in the arm for Newcastle there.
No doubt about it, Mike. And again, you wonder what Taylor has left in a leg after running around. Soccer is a very demanding sport, and I just don't understand. Like I said, they asked us to share the kids, then they schedule them for 2 games on the same day. You got to do a better job with that. And that is a section schedule, so that's made up by the WPL. They have the big grid down there in Pittsburgh. Get Jack Fullen on that. Let's take a look at the Hurricane offense. We said to be led by number 2, Geno Stone. He's wanting to throw immediately.
Stone is back, and he fires it over the middle, and it's incomplete. As Timmons had the coverage, man out of the backfield was Garrett Farah.
He is 1 wide receiver. The other one is 23, Marcus Hooker. The running backs are Freddie Soto, number 3, and Zoe Gardner, number 5. Don Lyman, your center, is Nick Conti. Guards are Booker, Zapola. The tackles, Ryan Cooper, 78. Jake Evans, 59. Tight end, 43. Devin Sams. 2nd down and 10. Newcastle on their 20-yard line. Just underway. Highlands leads 7-0. 8:09 left first quarter. Split backs. And again, it's Portelli is waiting for the running back that time as Marcus Hooker carried it. And Hooker's hit for a loss as he's dropped back at the 18-yard line. Portelli came out of there along with Tyler Criley, Seth Anuza. 3rd down. 10, Newcastle. Marcus Hooker had 9 points in that game. Geno Stone had 21 in the basketball game, by the way. Fortunately, we're not playing basketball here tonight. That's correct. If we'd have played them 10 times, I wonder how that would have ended up. 3rd down. 12. Stone now resets Lorenzo Gardner. And Stone is back. Here comes the Zork. Stone is going to be hit. He's going to throw it up for grabs, and it's going to be... Oh, it's caught! And it's going to be Marshane McElroy, and they get him out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Boy, Mike, that was a heck of a grab. Well, and that was played very poorly by Lonnie Long. Yeah, he jumped too early, Mike. We paid the price there. And McElroy made a great play to catch it at about the 50 and take it all the way down to the Highlands 15-yard line. Like you said, Martinka was there to make the tackle, Mike. Thankfully, he hustled and thought it was going to be a touchdown for Newcastle. So it's been big plays so far here, Mike. 57 big ones there. 1st down for the Red Hurricanes on the Highlands 15-yard line. We haven't got the chance to introduce the Highlands defense yet, Mike. Fast and furious, huh? 67 big ones there.
That was 10 off. Stone's going to
Pitch it.
bounce
Fumble.
it. Oh, it's loose.
Who's got it?
Oh,
What are they going to call?
They called it incomplete pass.
There's no way.
Did they call it forward? Well, it might have been.
There's no way.
No, it might have been. The incomplete pass. It was forward.
Man.
Second down. Lonnie Long came up with it. He was going to make amends for
Exactly.
not defending the punt pass that was thrown by Stone. But
You mentioned Lonnie Long, a cornerback, Mike. The other one is Logan Price. Our safeties, Don Martinez just ran down that last play. And 82 is Jordan McIntyre. 4 linebackers set. Jets, Portelli, Timmons, Zort. Don Lyman, 21, Seth Anuzik at one end. Tyler Crilly at the other. Cameron Clark, the nose tackle. Well, we had a turnover there, Mike.
Hooker and McElroy split to the right, and now Stone is going to be hit, and Stone is going to be dragged down by Timmons for a big loss. And Timmons was all over him there.
Saw that one coming, Mike.
We'll see where they mark his forward progress. I think they're going to put him at the 16-yard line, up to 21. Okay, 6-yard loss.
And it brings up the question, if it comes to it, what will they do on fourth down?
Good question. No, the loss is 7. 3rd and 17 for Newcastle in the Highlands 22.
In our vernacular, Mike, that's a sack because he got the quarterback. Big 3rd down.
And back. Stone is looking. Being chased by Anuzik. Looking. Fires it downfield. And it's incomplete. Into and out of the hands of Garrett Farrer in the back of the end zone. He was there. And a good throw by Stone.
Logan Price on a defense that time, Mike. And you're right. Stone threw across his body. And it was a bullet.
Good throw. And I'll tell you what. Anuzik was chasing and chasing and chasing. He just couldn't get there.
Stone, you mentioned, Mike, was quite the basketball player, too. He's been a 4-year starter, but this is his first-year quarterback. Played all different positions throughout the years.
4th down. We'll see. It looks like the Hurricanes are going to go for this one.
They're going to do what we did.
Well, Joe Coward giving instructions to Geno Stone, and he's back in there. If the Rams can hold here, each team will have been stopped in the red zone.
We know one thing. It's going to be a pass.
Maybe.
No, definitely.
Gardner is the sidecar. And Stone is back. He's going to run a quarterback draw. Through the middle with a marker down. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for an apparent touchdown.
We got to hold them.
Hold the phone.
Hold everything.
We got a marker down at the 25-yard line, and we might have a Newcastle player with a bit of habeas corpus.
Mr. Stone fooled me. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I was wrong, but the good news, it's going to cost them, what, 10 yards there?
Yep, that'll mark from the spot of the foul. We'll move it back to the 35-yard line.
Now what do they do, Mike?
They're still going to go.
I think so.
They need to get to the 5. It's 4th and 30. I'll put it to 35 when he stops walking. There you go. 4th and 30. Well, that was a successful play. You want to put that one away, don't you? Remember that for later. 6:01 to go, first quarter. We've had a lot of action so far.
We have.
Rams have gone to 3 down linemen, and they've got a definite prevent defense. Look at the picket line they have set up back at the 10-yard line. Sometimes you get in trouble doing that.
Yeah, throw underneath it.
Stone is back.
He's just going to run it again.
Run it. Now he's going to fire it, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, it was past line of scrimmage, too. Geno Stone, Mike, he's a Division I recruit as the defensive back. He scored 3 different ways last week against Montour. Had a 82-yard touchdown pass, ran 23 yards, returned an interception 82 yards for a touchdown. And he is on Braden Simmons' recruiting radar. Braden wants him to come to Newcastle. Braden got a big he wants him to come to Robert Morris. Braden got a big find this week. Dwayne Brown, the Apollo Ridge running back, committed to Robert Morris. Mike, they're listing him as an athlete. How dumb can you be? He's a running back.
Well, he can play any position, though. Athlete means he can play receiver. So, all right, Highlands holds. First down. They get it to the 35-yard line. Timmons, the turn, and the give is to Gabe Booker, trying to get off the right side, but they got him by the jersey, and down he goes as Devin Sams, the sophomore defensive end, put the clamps on it. So give Booker a yard. Make it 2nd and 9. Booker
was the offensive player of the week last week for the Golden Rams, 46 yards and a touchdown.
Highlands leading rusher in that game. We spread around. How many guys we have carry the ball, Dean? Like a dozen?
Yeah.
2nd and 9 now for Highlands. They lead it 7-0 as the clock winds to 5.5 first quarter at Taggart Stadium, and hot and humid night. Shotgun. Lamer is the snapper, and they're going to give it on a jet action to Price off the left side, but he's wrapped up and dropped for maybe a yard gain out at the 37.
That one just took too long to develop, Mike.
Good job that time by Gino Choma, the junior, number 60.
Defensive player last week, Mike, went to Josh Martin. Freshman, had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery. That's a season for most freshmen. He did that in one game against Ambridge. Highlands again coasted that 56-6 victory.
3rd and 8. Ball in the 37.
Big third down. Highlands been deep into Newcastle territory twice so far. Touchdown on a missed field goal to show.
5 wides, and Christ the motion man, and Timmons is going to cut it up in there. Tries to make a man miss. Still going. Dives ahead, and I think he gets the first down. Up at the 46-yard line.
He basically pulled over number 9 on that play. And that was Manny DiPietro.
4 carries, 22 yards for Timmons. First down Highlands at their 46.
Unleash the bull, Mike.
Is that like Unleash the Kraken, D?
That's it. That's our version.
That's 4 first downs for Highlands. Newcastle had the 1. They had the long 67-yard pass play. First down at the 46. Martinka the setback. Price again in motion. Price going to get it this time behind Martinka. Has some room over there. He's at the 50, 45, and down to the Newcastle 40-yard line. That time Price did get some running room and sprinted for a Highlands first down. He's tackled by Trey Epps, but it's first down Golden Rams.
You can get him open territory, Mike. He can make things happen. We mentioned that speed already.
14-yard pickup for Price.
Birdie predicted Highlands 21-7. Sam Albert's son is very upset with Mike White. He's challenged to a wrestling match, by the way.
Now,
he picked
Ashton Ambrose.
Yes, he picked Newcastle. And explain the Ashton Andrews when you get a
Ashton Ambrose. That's his wrestling nom de plume.
Aaron Albert's our coach, right?
Yep. Sportelli busts through there. Sportelli on his way, 25, and tripped up as he gets to the 21-yard line.
19 yards for Sportelli. And again, let's give that left side of the line a lot of credit, Mike. We've been running over Mirgo Cienko and Daniel Timmons. And of course, we put the tight end on that side to form power with Seth Anuzik, and that time Sportelli took advantage.
First down Highlands at the Newcastle 21. Their 3rd trip into Red Hurricanes territory here at 3.5 left first quarter.
Knocking on their door, huh? Knock it down.
Speaking of the door, I'm going to look out the door.
Yeah, we got the pole on our way.
Sportelli
again
off the right side, breaks a tackle. They try to tackle the ball, but Sportelli keeps going like a bowling ball inside the 10 to the 9 to the 8-yard line.
He wasn't giving it up, Mike. 13 on that play. They're tackling the ball, not the ball.
Delamar Matthews and Marshane McElroy made the stop, but not before Sportelli gets another Highlands first down. It's 1st and goal, Golden Rams at the 8.
3 rushes, 41 yards, and again, this fresh Golden Rams team, Mike, so far. The rest has worked.
How about Sportelli so far on the ground, 40 yards?
Yep, 3 carries.
1st and goal.
And by the way, this is the number 3 ranked team in the WPL for a division, Newcastle. Got them on their heels early.
Clock winds to less than 3 minutes, first quarter.
Single setback.
And that's Sportelli again.
Oh, fumble.
Oh, and another time they dropped the snap. It's the 2nd time tonight. And Timmons able to cover it up, though. Well, you can't be giving away downs down there.
No. And this is one time you don't want to have to say the center's name, 53, Lucas Lamer.
Luke Lamer, who usually does a very good job, except they've had a couple exchange issues tonight.
We always tell the center, you never want to hear your name during the broadcast after the starting lineup.
I'll say it when he runs out of the huddle first.
There you go.
We have to let the people know who the center is. We're usually pretty much covered at that position since we've been here. You know that.
We've been very fortunate.
We've been very good at that. 2nd down and goal. Out of the flex. Timmons breaks 1 tackle. Tries to get to the outside. He will not. Great defensive play there by Geno Stone, who brought Timmons down for a loss. At the 10. And the Rams, again, bogging down in the red area.
Slowing down.
3rd and goal.
1:54 to go and a turning clock here in the first quarter. Highlands leading 7-0. Trying to add on to that, Mike. 3rd time inside the red zone.
Price and Lonnie Long to the right. McIntyre. Desort to the left. Price in motion. They're going to give it to Price. He's going to cut it. Tries to get through there. Keeps spinning, turning, and gets down to the 3. It's 4th down, and I got to figure they're going for it this time. Of course, it is an extra point. 124 extra point distance if they would like the 3 points. 7-yard pickup for Price that time. 4th down, and
looks like they're going for it, Mike.
Yeah, they're just changing their package. There's no kicker on the field. It's 4th down. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sam use a timeout here.
4th and a long 2. They're saying 3.
The clock is at 1 minute. Play clock here in good shape. It's at 16. 4th down. Can Newcastle hold again? 4th and goal at the 3.
Big play early on here.
Timmons going to keep it. Barrels through and into the end zone for a Highlands touchdown. We have a marker. Let's hold the phone. Could it be that each team will have a touchdown wiped out by penalty? Let's see.
Yep.
Holding against the Rams. Yeah. Indeed.
No, I think you have to kick the field goal, Mike. Boy, Timmons again just bowled his way through there. Sam Albert not happy with the call.
And it was hard to tell because there was such a scrum in there and everybody was in so tight. Difficult to see it. So that'll put it back at the 13. 12, okay.
And here comes Taylor Gunn.
And Taylor Gunn is on the field. 44 seconds left, first quarter. Highlands leads at 7-0. You know, Newcastle coaches up here always trying to make their players aware of the possible fake. We haven't seen a fake field goal here in years.
Signorella holding. Gillette
snap. The ball is down. Gunn's kick is on its way. High enough, long enough. It is good.
Yes.
Taylor Gunn. A 29-yard field goal. And the Rams up their lead to 10-0.
All right, Mike. You got points out. That's the key. 3 times down attacking. Come up with 2 out of 3. Let's talk about B&E home renovation. Have you been thinking about updating your roof? Maybe building that dream addition to your home? Let the professionals at B&E Home Renovations help get you there. With over 100 years combined experience, owner Brian E. and his crew guarantee your job will be completed on time, exactly the way you want it. Customer service, their top priority. Visit their website today at beanehomerenovations.com or find them on Facebook for many savings offers on additions, game roofs, and roofing. This week we're doing a big sale on roofing, Mike. You get $500 off a roof if it's 15 square minimum. Again, you have to go online at Facebook to get the coupon or give Brian a call at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate. B&E Home Renovations, where the B is always busy. Will we see another onside kick, Mike? I say yes.
Is this Sam again? It is?
Yes, it is. Sam I am. And he is.
And he bounces it, and Newcastle covers it across the 50-yard line. Now, if you want to keep giving up that field position, because you're not going to recover them all.
But trust me, they don't want to give the deep backs, Mr. Hooker and his friends back there, a chance to return it either. So they're going to exchange field position.
Yeah, but that's really exchanging field position.
Well,
first down Newcastle at the Highlands 48. The Rams lead it for 10-0.
Pick your poison, Mike. I think they'd rather have in this position where they have 11 of their top defenders out there. And in a confined space.
Gino Stone, the quarterback. Lorenzo Gardner is his sidecar. 1st and 10. This is McElroy in motion. And Stone is back. It's a screen pass. And it's caught by Gardner. And he's got some room inside the 40. And they drag him down from behind after a first down at the Highlands 37-yard line.
Martinka hangs on for dear life.
Well designed.
Yep. Clark also in a tackle, Mike.
It's an 11-yard gain. First down, Newcastle.
And one thing, you know, Highlands brings heat a lot of times, Mike, and how you defeat the blitz, those little screen passes, they'll slow your rush down. There's no doubt about it.
First and 10, Newcastle at the Highlands 37-yard line.
At the Highlands 37 now with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, Gardner the sidecar next to Stone.
Oh, movement early.
And Jermaine Jett jumps offside. 5 yards. I always call 10-0 the most dangerous lead in football.
Why that?
Because that's usually when the other team says, hey, we got to get going here.
Well, we know Newcastle, Mike, they're potent on offense. Put a lot of points up last week against Montour. And they had a very big early lead against Aliquip before they lost that.
1st and 5 at the 32. That's the second penalty against Highlands so far. Opens up the playbook for the Red Hurricanes. Stone's just going to throw it out here to McElroy. McElroy makes one man miss, but Timmons is in there to bring him down. He didn't get much, if anything at all. A tackle at the 33. Maybe lost a yard even.
Timmons and Mitch DeZort on that tackle.
That'll be the last play of the first quarter. No gain on the play.
And that's going to do it, Mike. First quarter on the books. Highlands leads here 10-0.
Gives us a chance to tell you about the Bouchers in the nation. It's dedicated licensed professionals protecting your family at Nationwide Insurance. We just call them agents. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to help you relieve some of the stress involved with insuring your new teen driver. Ask about the Nationwide Insurance Young Driver Discount. When you compare, no one beats Nationwide's rates for young drivers. Join the nation that cares. You can call your hometown agents, John and Mel, at 724-224-4300. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side.
Like we mentioned, the offensive and defensive players last week. Special teams went to Noah Gillette. He had that fumble recovery for a touchdown, and he had a big block on Logan Christ's TD return. The poster went to Cole Mazarek. What a night he had, Mike. He had a touchdown on a block punt. He also had a sack and a fumble recovery. Jacob Wayner, we want to give him credit for blocking that punt last week. And the Ram of the Week went to Seth Cohen. Mike, he's a kid that they were projecting out to be a quarterback, but this year he volunteered to go to wide receiver because that's how he got himself onto the field. And again, he's done a great job for us. That's how you earn the Ram of the Week.
He wears 14, by the way.
Yep. And we have a JV player of the week, Mike. They gave Isaiah Coleman, our little number 12 there, a sticker for the JV game against Deer Lakes. He stuck it to them. 233 yards and 3 touchdowns.
How about that? All of 5'1", and you can't teach that.
You got that right.
2nd and 5 for Newcastle. They're at their 32, the Highlands 32-yard line. We start the second quarter. The Rams lead at 10-0 at Taggart Stadium. So far, we've escaped any weather issues. We had a little bit of drizzle leading up to kickoff, but that's been about it.
Good news, the camera's on a cover, right?
Yes, it is.
Right hand up the middle.
Stone keeps it, and down he goes at the 35. And Timmons is making every tackle. And
also, he made the original hit.
And Don Martinka was there too.
Cleaned up, but boy,
they did not buy the fake there.
Nope. They were shot out of a cannon.
3rd and 6. It was really interesting to see the Highlands defense this year. And so far, we've liked what we've seen.
Oh,
again, last week, just not.
Didn't have to play that.
Yeah, there's not much to see. Everybody played well, though.
Yep, they've been swarming to the ball.
Hey, you look at it this way. Highlands JVs beat Ambridge's starters in the second half, 7-6.
There you go.
3rd and 6.
Big one. Here comes everybody,
center,
Mike.
Stone's in trouble. But does he know it? He fires and it's incomplete. Down at the turf as Gio Eagleston had a couple hands on it, but I don't know that he got the first down over there. He might have, but pass was low because Stone was hurried by Highlands pressure.
Jett and McIntyre put the pressure on that time. What do you think they do here,
Oh,
Mike?
they'll go for it for sure. 4th and 6 at the 33. Absolutely. In scoring territory still. This is a good time. I always like taking a shot at the end zone here because even if it's intercepted, you can give it to him at the 20, and you've still gained 13 yards.
Just joining us, all Highlands so far, leading 10-0.
This is
second time they're having
this is a Mitch DeZort play. 4th down, 4th and 6. Stone is back.
Here comes
being
the
chased.
pressure. Oh, he
lost the ball.
That's a fumble.
And he's going to be dragged out by Mitch DeZort at the 45-yard line.
You call it. Mitch gets the big sack, and more importantly, Highlands takes over in Newcastle territory. How about that?
And they're going to put that ball at the 44 24-yard line. So that is a 17 plus 6, a 23-yard loss.
I was waiting for him to call a pass on that play, Mike. Say it was a pass. And
yeah, but that was the old empty hand when he came.
Nothing was there.
Right.
Boy, if we can pound one in here now, Mike, boy, that would be so big.
So they can't even call that a turnover. That's just a sack. It's over on downs. A minute into the second quarter.
Last week in conference, Mike, Blackhawk beat Knock 28-27 in overtime. And guess what happened there?
I don't know.
Soccer player, kicker was at a soccer game.
And they missed the extra point.
Killed him. Again, 2 sports.
Timmons going to run the option right.
I don't know about that. I don't like that pitch out there.
No, that was dangerous. And Booker's hit and dropped for a loss. Nicely done that time by senior Tyrese Fish.
Just takes too long to develop, Mike. They're going to have him losing 4 on that play. Also in conference last week, Newcastle beat Montour 26-13. South Fayette, Mike, well, I thought it was a big surprise. They handled Mars easily, 35-14. We know they're good.
No,
didn't know they were that good.
Yeah. Well, and you really can't say who's moving up in class and who's moving down in class. It's very difficult to tell how far they've moved up. You think South Fayette is an old AA school, but now you're playing 4, but how far a move up is it?
Yep.
It's a move up. 2nd and 14, Kreis in motion. The fake, and here's Timmons. Galloping through there, inside the 40, and the big bull down to the 37, and a flag comes from way far away.
There.
I don't know, but Marshane McElroy, number 8 for Newcastle, didn't look too happy when the flag came in. I don't know what the call is, though. At the 37-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain. And we'll see the discussion here. Holding against the Rams.
Wow, that happened way out here, Mike? Well, it's where the flag is, right?
Right. Unless there were 2 flags. No. Boy, Marshane was not happy. He thought he did something, I think. And it's like, no, I didn't do anything. And everything's good.
All right, we'll replay second down. Non-conference last week, Mike. Indiana beat Lower Highlands 40-38. Tonight in conference, Indiana's at Montour. Mars at Blackhawk. That'll be a big one. South Fayette Ambridge, not so much a big one. And Knock is at non-conference at West Mifflin.
Wipes out the gain as the flag was downfield. So now it's at the 49. It's 2nd and 15.
Can you imagine what Ambridge has to put up with, Mike, this year? Wow.
Again, Kreis in motion. They're just going to run the same play. And here comes Braden. Braden sprints out to the
block.
left. Gets a block. He got it. 35-30, 25-20. Timmons to the 17-yard line.
What a block by Logan Kreis, Mike. He shook up on the play, but boy, did he lay him out.
That's hard to.
8 Highlands, first down of the game. 30-yard gain. And Timmons up to 50 yards on the ground. 1st and 10 Highlands on the Newcastle 19. Boy, is he something. Did you say we were going to unleash the bull tonight, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Did you say that?
Yes, unleash the bull indeed.
Yes. And he seems to get bigger. Of course, he's a senior finally. He's played for 4 years.
He sure has.
He did not play in the playoff game that Highlands won. Blake Leary got the go that night. The Rams won it late. Oh, Sportelli is met in the backfield, but spins out of there as he was met by Casey Booker in the backfield, but Sportelli spun out of there and got it back to a no-gain situation.
That's why I thought Braden Timmons would be so effective tonight, Mike. They really have not seen the bull. What I do see is umbrellas popping up.
Oh, yeah. Guys don't look that threatening. And we got a timeout here as Highlands, I believe, is going to take a timeout. They will. That'll be their first of the first half. So where you been the last couple of weeks, Dan?
I've been substituting at Career Training Academy. I enjoyed spending some time with the students over there, Taylor Green especially, and attention all you Highlands seniors. You too can learn the skills you need to start a career in the high-demand field of health career in less than a year. Serving the Allegheny-Kiski Valley for over 35 years, Career Training Academy provides the tools and support you need to start a professional career in medical or dental assisting, medical coding and coding, or massage therapy. Visit us on the web at careerta.edu or stop into our beautiful new location. I love it, over in Hillcrest Plaza, Lower Borough, right next to the Subway shop. Give them a call at 724-337-1000 and make sure to ask about their new phlebotomy program. Your career is waiting at Career Training Academy. Mike saw a big ad in the paper this week. Allegheny Valley Hospital hiring phlebotomists.
There you go. I've learned so much about phlebotomy. I guess in my age I need to.
Exactly.
Second down and 10 for Highlands at the Newcastle 19. They lead it 10-0 as the clock stopped on the Highlands timeout at 8:58 first half.
Remember, you'll always be 10 years younger than me.
It's true. Timmons skirts through there, finds a hole, gets a crack inside the 15 and down to the Newcastle 14-yard line.
This time over the right side of the offensive line.
Jake Evans, senior defensive end, put the clamps on him.
Well, I tell you what, we're running a lot of kids in tonight too, Mike. Different formations, really keeping Newcastle off of balance. That right side is Billy Conley at the guard and Nate Klingensmith at the tackle.
Rams 122 yards on the ground so far.
Very efficient.
Third down and 5. Highlands on the Newcastle 14-yard line. Ball's in the middle of the field. Price in motion, he's going to get it. Price is hit, and they got him this time. But it's good penetration by the middle of the Newcastle defense, and that's what messed that play up. And at the bottom for the Red Hurricanes, Gio Eagleston, who put the final clamps on him. Put it back at the 18-yard line, and it'll be a loss of 4. 4th and 9.
And no Taylor Gunn, Mike.
Points-wise, I don't know that one makes much sense this time. You have the 2-score lead. This would only make it 13, so you'd still be caught by 2 touchdowns. The field goal would be 35. So I can see going for this one.
Lucas Lamer come out limping over the ball this time, Mike.
Well, I don't know if he was injured before that, but they collapsed the center of the line that time. Timmons is back, gets a block, gets out of there, looks for somebody.
Cut to the middle.
Still looking, gonna run it.
Nope.
He's not gonna make the first down. He gets to about the 10. He'll keep Newcastle pushed back. About a 7-yard gain, and Newcastle is held in the red zone one more time.
So we're 2 for 4 in the red zone, huh, Mike?
They'll put it at the 11, and the Red Hurricanes will take over with the long field.
This is where I'd like to see some experience at the wide receivers. Everybody ran the right and stop, Mike. When he starts to roll, you got to come back to the middle. Somebody just stepped into the middle. Brady may have had a target there, but again, he was forced to put it down, and again, 4th down, Newcastle takes over. They have not gone away, Mike.
Well, Highlands try to keep the field position to their advantage here on this one. Newcastle got the long field challenge starting on the far hash mark at their own 11-yard line. 7:18 left of the first quarter. Some umbrellas up, and now some of them are popping down here. It's just a very slightest drizzle at Taggart Stadium, and a lot of storms here last night. I talked to a couple of the locals. They said it poured all night long.
That on the radar. Pitch.
And they got to run a toss, and it's Hooker, and Hooker keeps those legs moving and gets about 5 yards. Out to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
Price, Martinka,
and Mitch DeZort
make the tackle.
The gain is 6, and this is Markel Hooker. Of course, Marcus Hooker was here a year ago.
He's starting for Ohio State, Mike. Doing a great job.
Oh, this is Marcus. Markel is out of here, and Malik is starting for the Buckeyes.
I'm sorry. Too many M's. 2nd
and 4. Busting through there.
Ball almost come out that time, Mike.
Newcastle first down up at the 22-yard line, so they busted out twice, and they're getting the ball in Marcus Hooker's hands. First down.
Clark and Crilly on the stop.
3rd Newcastle first down of the first half, and they do move the chains out to the 22. And they just lined up behind the offensive line and just pounded it 2 times.
6:25 to go here. Second quarter. Highlands leading 10-0.
Tight formation again. Hooker again. We saw this last week against Montour also when they run basically kind of like the Highlands flex formation. It's very similar. And in that, then Hooker becomes the tailback out of that package. They ran it about the same time in the Montour game too in the second quarter.
Martinka, DeZort, and Jett on that tackle.
2-yard pickup. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Now, if you don't lose about 10 pounds in this press box tonight, you're not trying.
Tell me about it.
Everything good outside, Boom? Nice and cool out there? Yeah, nice. Thumbs up.
We'll be joining him at halftime.
2nd and 8. Stone under center. Going to run a toss to Hooker this time. Tries to cut it inside, but Sportelli was there. But underneath the pile was Ryan Barr, and he really upset the apple cart. Going to give Hooker a yard out to the 25. Ryan Barr got down low and got a piece of the ankles.
Barr, our punter, has yet to punt tonight, hasn't he?
That's a good thing. 3rd and 7. 5:10 left first half.
Nice to get that ball here, Mike, in good field position. Neither team has punted, have they?
No, sir. Everyone's gone for it on 4th down, or Highlands has attempted a couple field goals, made 1 out of 2. So big 3rd down for the Rams here. See if they can hold him. Now back out of the shotgun, it's Stone. With Gardner out of there, they're going to toss it out to Gardner. Rams get there, but Gardner spins ahead and gets to the 30-yard line. I don't think he has it. He needed to get to the 31. It's going to be 4th and 1.
Barr down there, along with Romello Freeman.
And this will be an interesting decision for Joe Coward at his own 30-yard line.
Barr helping out in this series.
Doing a good job playing defensive end, and see what they do here. The punter is on the field. That is Stone, so be careful. And he is going to kick it, and he boots it out of there. It's a good one. High.
Get out of the way.
Price calling for a fair catch. He does a good job of catching the ball, which saves you so many yards at this level.
Sure does, Mike.
And Christ takes it at the Jackson brothers. We were spoiled. Back before him, Jeff Sinclair was tremendous at catching punts, and now Logan is great too. So the Rams have great field position again. 4:10 left first half. They have 2 timeouts left, and they lead it 10-0.
Elijah Jackson been coming to practice, Mike, and helping out a little bit when he can. And guess what he was doing yesterday? Simulating speed.
Well, he has it. He doesn't have to simulate it. He really has it. Well, you and I would simulate speed. We need a little, have to hit that, whatever, the red button on the controller.
All right, Mike, 4:10 to go. Can Highlands put another score up before halftime? Uh-oh.
And we're going to have a timeout by Newcastle. That'll be, I believe, their first of the first half.
Both teams are taking a timeout. Gives us time to talk about Ecos Auto Parts. Ecos Auto Care in Natrona Heights, your certified Napa Auto Care Center. The experienced staff at Ecos will have you back on the road swiftly and safely with the help of their advanced computer diagnosis. Compare Ecos to the national chains, you'll find out what so many others already know in the Heights. The price is always right. They're conveniently located in Natrona Heights at 2115 Freeport Road. They're open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 till noon. Call Debbie today and listen to her delightful voice at 724-224-9861 to schedule your PA, state, and emissions inspections or any other your car needs at Ecos Auto Care. Again, we appreciate Ecos Auto Care being on board, Carrie, helping us out. Thank you, Carrie.
All of our sponsors, again, we thank them. They're indispensable, literally. All your folks, of course, watch the games on Tuesday nights on Channel 190. And also you can watch on YouTube. Highlands High Football Channel, thanks to Jen Goldberg. It's up on the goldenrams.com this week. You can get it there too on the athletics drop-down menu. Go to videos, and they're there. And
you had it up by about 2 o'clock on
thanks
Saturday.
to my niece Kaylee that helped me out hitting the final button because I left for the pit game and I let her handle the rest. So it's nice to have 8th graders around that'll help you that are in AP classes.
You'll be watching tomorrow though, the Pitt Penn State game, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, I'll be at the controls on that tomorrow till we get it in for you folks there. We had over 100 hits on that before it got on television. So now
amazing.
What's the call?
It's called technology.
Now Highlands, we piggyback a timeout. Yeah, I knew right to go, who to go to. Well, while we do that, why don't we, speaking of our wonderful sponsors, tell you about the Wireless Zone. Your Verizon Wireless headquarters. Wireless Zone is the place with the hottest devices at the coolest prices. The Dean is using his phone to send stuff out on Facebook. You can answer back to that.
Yep, and I showed a great picture of the poll.
We will read those on the air if you do that during the game. Smartphones, iPads, tablets, and all the latest accessories. Stop into Wireless Zone today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zone has 13 locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Rams fans, your Wireless Zone headquarters are in the Walmart Plaza next to GNC, or at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to JCPenney's and across from Victoria's Secret. If you have any wireless questions, contact John Mason today. Just drop him a line at jmwzone@yahoo.com. All right, so after piggyback timeouts, the Rams on 1st and 10 at their 42-yard line. And we'd like to thank the teams for allowing us to recognize our sponsors. Jet is the single setback. Christ in motion. Timmons going to keep it. Timmons gets a nice hole through the middle, up over the 50 and down to the Newcastle 49-yard line. Dragged down from behind by Dillamar Matthews.
Am I going to give him on that play? 9? 8?
Give it to 50. Gain of 8.
I have 10 rushes, 79 yards, Mike. That's my unofficial stats. Because I know we're a little off. We'll fix it at halftime. We'll go to the left here and see what we got.
George is here. George Guido. This is the first time George has been to Taggart Stadium, too, by the way. How many stadiums, George?
I've been
112 for George. He's got us beat.
Yeah, sure does.
Timmons again. He's going to be close. He gets to the 49. I don't think he made it. I think he's a yard short.
I was to the stadium George was, and I came up here in 2008 with the junior high team, and there was a grass field back then, Mike. Same press box, though. That did not change, trust me.
3rd and 1. Clock winds to 3 minutes left first half. Highlands leads 10-0. Remember, Newcastle will get the ball to start the second half across the Highlands 50.
They should put this press box next to the submarine down at the Carnegie Science Center. I think the thing would float.
Timmons on 3rd and 1.
He can't go down the
barrels through there and takes it down right over Lamer, right down to the 40-yard line.
That's why they call him the bull, Mike. 12 rushes, 91 yards. More importantly, moving the chains here.
They shortchanged him one. They only gave him 8.
Oh.
1st and 10. At the Newcastle 41-yard line, the clock is at 2:42.
All right, guys, let's play with a little sense of urgency here, please. Now they look like they don't know what they're doing, so call a timeout.
You can call a timeout if you want.
Yeah, they're going to.
And the Rams will do that. As the clock winds to 2:31 first half. We'll take a timeout with them. Highlands leads it here over Newcastle 10-0, and we'll be right back. All right, after the Highlands timeout, the ball now is at the 41. It's 1st and 10.
Yep, hopefully they get everything straightened out over there, Mike, and we can get it down in scoring territory again.
And the give is to Sportelli. Oh, nice job there. Taking him off his feet by Trey Epps. Sportelli gets it down to about the 38. It's a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
I got Sport 6 carries, 51 yards, and he can be a factor this year too, Mike, in our offense. It's been a while since we relied on our fullback to be part of the offensive threat other than just blocking.
2 minutes. 2nd and 7.
I'd like to see a sense of urgency out there. We have no timeouts, right? We used them all.
No, I think we have 1 left. Now we
had series Price almost broke it.
He did. He got down to the 35. You're right about that. The Rams have used all 3. So Price takes it down to the 35 and gets 3.
Well, here's where you can throw the ball too, right, Mike?
3rd and 4.
He's up 3rd down 4.
Minute and a half to go.
Well, they're making sure the Newcastle's not going to touch it here.
That's the yin to the yang, I believe. I'd like to get another score, though.
Sportelli is the sidecar. Price in motion.
They love that jet.
Play fake, and here they come breaking through there. Timmons gets away from one man, gets away from another. He's going to run it, and he gets out of bounds. He's short, I think.
You think?
Timmons at the 32. We're going to have to see where they mark him.
Yep.
They're marking him right at the 32. He gained right to the line, but it's 4th and about a half a yard.
I thought he got it there, Mike. Pick up a 3.
Fourth and 1. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play. 1:06 left. And the Rams now, of course, if they don't make it, Newcastle will have a shot with a couple of timeouts of their own. And now Joe Coward wants to talk it over. And he will do so.
Want to guess where this one's going, Mike?
I think Timmons may keep it. What do you think?
I think so. They'll push from Lucas in the front. They're going to probably go 2 guys in the A-gap. Try to push us back.
Newcastle will have 1 timeout remaining if they are able to hang on to the football here.
Hey, Mike, a nice thing this week, the PAA had their annual banquet. A couple local officials were honored for their years of service. Early trivia question. How many years did
officiating?
Officiating.
I'm going to say 40.
On the button. How about Nick Murray?
I'm going to say 30.
35.
Okay.
And then now they had a distinguished Chaz Simone Sr. because there's Chaz Simone Jr. referee and father-son act. Mike Jaroszynski's son's the referee.
Right. We had them both do one of our games, basketball games this past year.
How many for Chaz?
How many for Chaz Sr.? I'm going to say 30.
On the button. Very good. 40, 35, and 30. Oh, sorry. Chaz has 35.
35. Excuse me. Yeah, that's good.
I should have looked down. Great guys. We know them all personally, Mike, and very dedicated to their trade and craft.
So here go the Rams on 4th and 1. Really not even one. And what Newcastle needs to be careful of, that he doesn't bust through there and go all the way.
Or
he's going to throw it.
I don't know why.
And they just outthought themselves.
Yeah. No need.
They really outthought themselves.
Pass is incomplete.
Well, I think now they got a flag.
That personal foul against Newcastle. Timmons went down late. That might be the call.
We'll find out.
Intentional grounding against Highlands, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
And now you're going to give them field position. That was just not very good.
Well, I think the theory was, Mike, if you were going to get the first down, let's try to score too. But unfortunately,
there was time.
Yeah. Not as well thought out.
There's a minute to go. There's plenty of time. The clock stops if you made the sticks. You go up and spike the ball. There's all kind of time left. And now all you're going to do is give Newcastle great field position.
And they're an explosive offense, Mike.
And if it's intentional grounding, it's spot of the foul. So it's not even going to be at the 33. The penalty is going to be marked off from the 46-yard line. They're going to be in Highlands territory to start this drive on that call.
Yikes.
Loss of down, of course, on the intentional grounding.
That was 4th down anyway, so that did make a difference. Hopefully that call doesn't come back to bite us in the butt, Mike. How many are they going to march off here? 5?
5-yard penalty, so it puts it right at the 50.
Newcastle takes over at midfield, 1st and 10.
That could be a very big switch.
We don't want to see that. And Newcastle gets the ball to start the second half too, Mike.
And how many times have they stopped Timmons when he just ran up the middle, Dan?
None.
Okay. First down, Newcastle at the 50. And that's not a second guess because we said that before it happened. Geno Stone, the quarterback. Maybe some life for the Red Hurricanes. Stone is back. Gets out of there. Near side of the field. Got a man wide open. It's Garrett Farrah. Farrah makes a man miss inside the 25 and down to the 20-yard line.
Cameron Clark, the nose tackle, Mike, all the way back to make the stop. Logan Price did a good job after he got beat to get in front of him and not let him get into the end zone. But there you go, Mike. There's that spark you were talking about. And all of a sudden, Newcastle's in business, and they do have a timeout left.
30 yards to Garrett Farrah. First down at the Highlands 20. And Stone is back. He looks, rolls to the right, across his body. He's got a man at the 5, and Farrah's into the end zone. In 2 plays, Newcastle makes the Rams pay.
And the Zambelli fireworks go off here, Mike. They've been silent so far. They're famous in Newcastle. And boy, what a big turn of events. And not good one. Ouch.
So Newcastle scores. It's 10-6. It only took them 20 seconds.
You couldn't have written a worse script, Mike.
Freddie Soto, the holder, at the post to our right. And Braden Cartwright bangs it through. 40 seconds left first half. It's Highlands 10, Newcastle 7. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Newcastle 7.
So Cartwright will kick it off. 40 seconds left of the half, and Newcastle has gotten right back in it. And Cartwright bangs it on a line to the 19-yard line, and this is Logan Price. He's at the 30. And up to the 37-yard line. So we'll see what the Rams do here at 34 seconds.
Well, Mike, what are you going to do? Gee, terrible. Turn of events here. Highlands again, 4 times
Newcastle 33. And with Timmins in there on a 4th and 1, who they hadn't stopped yet, they tried to pass. It wasn't even a play action. He just went straight back to throw it, and he was sacked. There was a penalty. Newcastle got it to 50. 2 plays, 20 seconds later, they're in the end zone.
Jet trying to get
Here's
loose.
Jet sprinting through there, and he gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Joe Coward has one timeout left. I don't know if he's going to use it or not. He might like where he stands right now. They'll get the ball to start the second half.
That's the bad part, too, Mike. With a little momentum. I wouldn't say little, with a lot of momentum.
2nd and 6. The clock winds to 9 seconds. They're going to let this run out? They are.
Yep.
Nope. And that'll do it. That's the end of the first half here at Taggart Stadium with your score. Back at Taggart Stadium in Newcastle, the Rams lead at 10-7, and the Dean has stats.
Yes, Mike, it's been an interesting first half, and again, Highlands right at the end of the quarter gave up that big touchdown in Newcastle, but they've dominated statistically, 9-5 in first downs, 165 to -19 rushing. Highlands 66 passing, 133 for Newcastle. Total yards, Highlands 231, Newcastle 114. Third down conversion, Highlands 2 of 6, Newcastle 1 of 4. Penalties, Highlands 4 for 30, Newcastle 1 for 10. No turnovers, clean game there. Time of possession, Mike, unbelievable. Highlands 16:35, Newcastle only 7:25.
The time of possession is a killer. There's no better time than right now to stop into Highland Tire and their newest location, Highland Integrity Alignment. See why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley since 1993. That's 23 consecutive years. Their dedicated service team will take care of your needs with a level of professionalism seldom seen in the tire industry. Visit highlandtire.com or give them a call in Trenton at 724-224-9222 or Natrona Heights at 724-224-7900 or the brand new Highland Integrity Alignment. That's right up there on Broadview too, right past you, Dean.
Yes, sir.
724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price, we deliver.
Mike, well, after that last drive, you have to say, are we going to be optimistic or pessimistic? The optimistic guy tells me we dominated the game except for 3 plays. The pessimistic guy says we're only winning by 3 points. We should be winning by at least 2 touchdowns.
I need to see what happens with the first 2 possessions, each team's possession of the second half. Highlands scoring at 11:09 left in the first. A Christ 66-yard pass from Timmins gunned the kick, and the Rams led it 7-0. And then Taylor Gunn added a 29-yard field goal late in the first quarter to give the Rams a 10-0 lead. And then that turn of events at the end of the half, and Newcastle capitalized. 2 plays, 50 yards. Finally, Farrah caught a 20-yard pass from Stone. Cartwright added the point, and it's 10-7 Highlands. We get ready to start the second half.
And that was the disaster you predicted, Mike. Hopefully you can predict a better second half for the Golden Rams. Sam Peck's out over the ball again. You know what that's meant so far.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball across the 50, and that's the other part to worry you.
Don't be so optimistic, Mike. All right.
Now he did pop it up in the air this time. They back up and take a knee at the 35. That's better. You'll deal with that. Going back to get it for the Hurricanes is Drew Cox. Puts a knee down at the 35, and that's where Newcastle starts, 1st and 10.
And again, Mike, Stone was very effective in the first half passing.
He was 6 for 11, 133 yards and a touchdown. But they didn't run much. Marcus Hooker, 5 carries, 12 yards, and then Stone was sacked 3 times for -31. And that's where their big minus come in on their rushing totals.
So let's see who made what adjustments at halftime and try to figure out how this second half's going to go. Highlands leading here 10-7. Big Northwest 9 game tonight.
First down for the Hurricanes at the 35. And a give. And that's Gardner's first carry, but nothing. He gets it right back up to the 35, where he runs into a stone wall, Noah Gillette.
Jet, Clark, Gillette, and a Newsom.
Second half kickoff brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. You can email John, masonelitehoops@comcast.net. And if you don't want to do that, you can call him, 724-980-2100. Set up an appointment. All grades from 7th up to 12th. Take care of you and get you on the right road.
Micah doing great over in Antwerp.
The Port of Antwerp Giants.
Another draw.
And this is Stone, and he's hit and dropped for no gain as Mitch DeSort got a hand around him at the 36-yard line. And Newcastle finding the sledding tough against this Highlands defensive front.
Cameron Clark doing a great job at the nose tackle tonight, Mike. That is his 7th tackle of the evening, and He's not a big guy, but he's very effective getting off that ball.
3rd and 9. Closing in on your answer about what halftime did. Well, might get a stop here and get the ball back. Which reminds me of a game a couple years ago the Rams played against Katanning up at Katanning. And they had Bowers and everything was moving along for them. And Stone is back.
Passing.
He's going to fire to the far side of the field. Oh, and an underthrown ball. And Hooker's going for a Newcastle touchdown. 64 yards. Marcus Hooker on an underthrown ball. And that's 2 of those they've capitalized big on. And Newcastle has come all the way back. And there's your answer.
3rd and 9, Mike. Had him 3rd and 9. And unfortunately, you're right. An underthrown ball. They had 2 guys in the same area. That's usually not a good thing for the offense, but disaster turns into a touchdown for Newcastle. More importantly, they lead here now 13-10.
And they got to Hooker.
You knew that was coming. Kick is
It hits the post, hits the crossbar, and it's no good.
How about that, Mike?
A dink, a doink, and it's no good, and the Newcastle lead is 3 at 13-10.
The field goal missed earlier looks bigger now too, Mike. But again, Malik Hooker, you knew he's an outstanding athlete. It'd be hard to keep him off the board. But it seemed like they had 2 guys in the same area, and the ball just fell between them.
And again, that's the second time on passes like that we're up for grabs that the Highlands defensive backs haven't done a good job at all in knocking it down.
Well, Newcastle might start playing football back in 1892, and they have 719 wins. So this is not their first rodeo.
No, they have the most wins. Now, here's my question for you. What WPIL team has the fewest?
Ooh.
Don't think too hard.
Okay. Fewest. Has to be somebody that's new. Imani Christian.
Okay, you're on the right road at least.
Vincentian.
Vincentian is correct. You got it on 2. They have 5.
There you go.
They have 5.
What happened to Father Geibel?
They play football, Common?
Well, Mike, we're left, but they're not down on that sideline so far. Disaster has struck here the last 3-4 minutes of this game. Highlands cruising along 10-0.
You always look for turning points, and there was one right there.
Yeah, 2 actually right before the half, too. That big score. Could have ran out the first half clock, excuse me, but unfortunately they scored. They come back. We knew they were going to get the ball to start the second half. They capitalized. Highlands trail 13-10. Dominating the game, though.
Price at the 25. Tries to get outside, bursts through there up over the 35 to the 38-yard line. So the Rams have good field position, and they trail for the first time, 13-10. And again, what happened was at the end of the first half score, the beginning of the second half score, the Rams just had one play there. After that call, where the Rams went for the pass instead of the run on 4th down, the Rams never got the ball back. And Newcastle scored twice, and they take the lead. We have a Newcastle player down on the turf, face down, at the 39-yard line. That's Marshane McElroy. And we'll take a timeout while they attend to him with 10:20 left in the 3rd quarter. 13-10 Newcastle. We'll be right back. Marshane McElroy comes off the field under his own power, but slowly to the Newcastle sideline. Red Hurricanes leading it now, 13-10.
Trainer has helmet in hand. You know what that normally means.
Yeah, he was down face first at the 38. He was in on the tackle on Christ.
All right, Steve, get the ball back.
Speaking of Christ, Johnny Christ, the freshman, split wide left here, Mike.
First down. They got an eye to the right of Timmons. Now Timmons is going to keep it. And now they got Timmons, and down he goes for a loss. And there was that man again, Garrett Farah, who caught the long pass, the long touchdown pass at the end of the first half. He got down low on Timmons, and that's the way you got to get him down. It's a loss of a yard.
Yep. 15th carry for Braden the Bull. 83 yards rushing so far, and again, they're going to start to key on him in the second half, where the guys are going to have to come through, Mike. It's been a frustrating turn of events these last 5 minutes.
2nd and 11. Timmons is back. Sprints out. He's going to throw it back over here, and it's pulled in, but a big loss on the play. Well, they tried all kind of misdirections. They threw it back to Booker, and he lost 5 yards. Boy, they are really getting cutesy, aren't they?
Johnny Christ is wide open, Mike.
6-yard loss.
Wide open. Now they got to get out the midfield to get the first down.
17.
Yikes. Ryan Barr yet to punt tonight. Let's hope that continues.
Sportelli's a single setback. Timmons is going to run a draw, but they got him. Gets away from one man. Now he gets to the right, and here he comes. He's up over the 30, the 35, and pushed out of bounds in front of the Highlands bench at the 38-yard line. He got the last play back, but the Rams will have to punt. Well, you did a great job of getting out of that mess. And everything's turned now.
Newcastle leading now at 8:25. Will get the ball back.
First punt for Ryan Barr. Sam Peck kicked them all last week.
Barr has been known to pound them deep. Let's see what he can do this time.
Here's the snap.
He does.
Barr boots it. It's high. Fair catch is called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And Lonnie Long got to be careful there, as Marcus Hooker caught it, and Long was there, and it's down at the 30. So it's a 32-yard punt, no return.
And Newcastle takes over. I was going to have to tighten that defense up, Mike, especially on passing. Stone having a big night here.
7 for 12, 197 yards. They're doing their huddle on the sidelines here, and they'll just run right out to the line of scrimmage. First down, Newcastle. They lead it for the first time, 13-10.
Defense held them for 1 yard on the first 3 downs before the big touchdown play.
And they win a game with minus yards rushing.
They're going to try.
And here comes Stone. You don't have to worry about that now, and he's on his way. 45 and dragged out from behind at the 47-yard line by Romello Freeman, but it's a big game for Stone and a first down.
Stone picks up the first down.
17 yards for Gino.
At their own 47-yard line.
That was the old time, Mike. They put it in the halfback belly and they pull it back out. And
The
Stone gets big
old
yard.
option play, huh?
Yep.
Okay, now they're back to -2 on the ground. First down at the 47. And all the momentum is shifted. And that is Gardner, and here he comes at the 45 and brought down at the Highlands 44-yard line. Jermaine Jack.
Number 82 made the stop there. Highlands back on their heels now, Mike.
2nd and 1. Lorenzo Gardner didn't carry it in the first half. He's got it a couple times here in the second. Rams need a turnover badly. Gardner is hitting the backfield, leans forward, and he might have gotten it. Let's see. I think he probably just got back to the line of scrimmage. Jermaine Chet had a hit on him. He's right at the 44-yard line, and I think it's 3rd and 1.
Sportelli, Jet, and Clarkin on that play. Big 3rd down here, Mike. 3rd and inches.
That's all. I'd say it's all of a yard. Let's see.
They got it from the shotgun, which is interesting.
And Stone is back. Here they come. He fires it down the middle, and it's incomplete.
How about that?
McIntyre had coverage as Marshane McElroy back in the game. He was injured on the opening kickoff of the second half. Well, you knew they were going for it on 4th. That's what that showed you.
Yeah, and that's they show their confidence in their offense too, Mike. Though they have minus yardage rushing.
4th and 1.
Let's see how tough we can be here.
Decision time for Joe Coward at the Highlands 44-yard line.
I say we have to sell out here, Mike.
6.5 left, 3rd quarter. Newcastle 13, Highlands 10.
Send us ours Army. Let's go. Take
And again,
over.
they're going to go from the shotgun.
Take that momentum over. Big play. Can we turn the momentum?
Stone has it. First down and more. 30 and dropped at the 30-yard line.
He was contacted in the backfield, Mike, but he broke that first tackle, and then he was off to the races.
Stone finally gets back to even rushing. 6 carries, no yards.
He took that big loss early in the first half, 27 yards on one play, but he's a player, and you can tell why.
First down, Newcastle at the Highlands 30-yard line.
Staying in that shotgun, Mike.
snap. They give it to Gardner. Gardner's hitting the backfield, and down he will go.
Blow the whistle.
Hey, they never blew the whistle. That's a loose football. And Highlands,
what are they going to call?
They didn't blow the whistle till after the ball was out. But they're going to call him down. Let's see where they put him.
Clark made the original stop. They got to blow a whistle. Resort was in there too, along with Jet.
They're putting it at the 34-yard line. Wow. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
4-yard loss, but here's the problem. When he was at the 34, the whistle never blew.
Yeah.
2nd and 14. And Stone will throw it to the near side of the field. It's caught by Hooker. He juggles it. Has it. He's slippery. Inside to 30 and down to the 27-yard line.
Jet, Martinka, and Desort.
So it's a 7-yard gain to Hooker. Puts Stone over 200 in the passing department. Third down, 7 to go.
Definitely in four-down territory.
Absolutely. Clock at 4:44 the third quarter. And Stone is back. Here they come. He fires it. It's incomplete. And there's the flag. McIntyre had a hold of Garrett Farrell.
An automatic first.
And there's also a flag way back here at the 45-yard line. So there are 2 flags on the play. Is that a flag? It is. And we have a man down for Newcastle. Is that McElroy again?
Stone.
No, it's Stone. Oh, can we have roughing the passer here?
I didn't see Mike. I followed the play.
No, I was watching the play. I was watching it. But there are 2 flags on the play. Again, the actual home press box is on the other side of the field, so he has his back to us when he makes the calls. Roughing the personal foul, hit to the head against Highlands. Pass interference against Highlands.
They can't put them both on, right?
Oh, they can absolutely march off both fouls. Absolutely they can.
Well, they're talking to Sam about it right now.
Especially when there's a personal foul involved. Okay, they're going to decline one and take the personal foul because it's 15 yards. So that's going to put the ball, I think it's a personal foul situation. Probably put it at the 13 and a half. Comes out to a 14-yard penalty. All right. 1st and 10, Newcastle at the Highlands 13.
Get up, Mike.
Stimmons shows blitz. Stone finds a crack. Hit by Sportelli, and Stone gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Sportelli and Clark.
And now you talk about conditioning.
Yep.
The fact that Highlands hasn't played, basically, and Newcastle's had 2 serious games. The Rams look tired. And Newcastle looks fresh as a daisy right now, and they've really turned the game around in that regard. The ball's on the 8-yard line.
Again, except for 3 plays in the first half, Highlands dominated. They find themselves trailing it. Newcastle knocking on the door.
2nd down long 4. Stone is hit by Desort, and down he goes at the 9-yard line. As Mitchell comes in there and makes the play in the backfield.
Desort, Clark, and Crowley.
If you can hold him to a field goal, you're still within a touchdown here.
Yes.
3rd down and 6. At the 9-yard line. 3:30 left, 3rd quarter. Newcastle 13, Highlands 10. Mark Torsello runs onto the field for Newcastle, number 16. McElroy comes out.
Looks like they're going to talk this one over, Mike.
And they are. As Newcastle will take their first time out of the second half. Highlands has not taken one yet. They marched it all the way from their 30-yard line all the way to the Highlands 9. Dean?
That gives us a chance to talk about Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group, located at 2318 Freeport Road in Natrona Heights. It's a full-service financial advisory firm offering a wide range of financial products from investment to insurance. Sick of those low CD rates? I am. You can't even get 1% nowadays. But through the end of September, they have a program that will credit your non-qualified money for 4%. That's a great deal. With health insurance annual enrollment right around the corner, they offer both personal and group coverage. Best of luck to the Golden Rams from the Lucchino Agency.
Call Joe, 724-224-8908, or Joseph at 412-818-7398. Why wait? Let Lucchino Insurance and Financial Services put you on the road to financial stability today. Well, we're looking at Gio Stonedine, and he had a big week last week in the game against Montour. 82-yard pick six, an 82-yard touchdown pass to Lorenzo Gardner, and a 23-yard touchdown run. So nothing he does should surprise us.
I'm sure he'll be involved in this play, Mike.
So here we go on 3rd down and 6. They have to get it down to about the 3.
They have run everything for the shotgun here.
Gardner sets to the left this time. And Stone is back. Short drop. Going to throw a fade to the corner, and it's
too tall.
Incomplete. He was going to, of course, throw it to Hooker in the corner. Christ, I believe, had the coverage.
Now what do they do, Mike?
This is an interesting situation for Joe Coward. I like the look of his kicker. I mean, it looked like he was competent, but what does it get you? It puts you 6 up, and Highland's still within a touchdown. He'll probably just go for it here.
Now we have timeout by the referees. Why? I have no idea.
I don't know, dude. I don't know who called it. They want to discuss something. 4th down. The clock issue, maybe?
2:51 according to the clock right now.
And the referees are having a... Oh, the clock might have run a little bit too much. They might want to put some more time on there.
Like we mentioned, the girls in soccer, they had a game that they beat Deer Lakes, but they got tumbled from the #1 ranking by Freedom. Freedom beat them last week 1-0. Freedom now #1 in 2A, and boys got their first win in 2 years, Mike. They beat a co-ed team, Armstrong Central. Can't believe a big school district like that has a boys and girls soccer team combined. You'd think they would have 2 separate teams, but I guess they haven't heard of Title IX up there.
All right, 4th and 6. Newcastle will go for it. It's a huge play for Highlands.
Sure is. Swing that
and for the Hurricanes, nobody in the backfield with Stone. Gardner in motion. Gardner's going to throw it back to Stone. That was the original plan. Gardner inside the 5.
No.
He's got a first and goal at the 2-yard line. First down. It's a first down Newcastle at the 2-yard line. He didn't get the touchdown, but he got the first down. Now they get 4 more downs.
Let's see where they mark it. Just enough, Mike. Doggone it. Just enough.
It's a great play by Gardner. It was supposed to be a throwback to Stone, and they never did get it to him. So now they get 4 more cracks at it, and the Rams again can't hold them. And now, we talked about time of possession, what it was in the first half. Highlands has had the ball for 3 plays here in the second half. Newcastle's had the whole rest of it.
Now he's under center, Mike.
And the give is to Hooker, and Hooker's into the end zone for a Newcastle touchdown. And Newcastle's put 3 touchdowns up, the last 3 of them, 2 here in the second half. And at 2:49 remaining, the Red Hurricanes have stretched it out to a 19-10 lead.
All goes back to that 4th down and 1 in the first half, Mike. That was the momentum changer and hasn't changed back since.
Too many men on the field. Substitution fouls is going to make us a long extra point for Newcastle. It's only their 2nd penalty, Dean. They had a holding call very early in the game.
Hold them out of the touchdown. But they get on the next play. 4th down conversions. Is that their 2nd 4th down conversion tonight? I believe it is.
Might be. Cartwright will kick it. Remember, Remember, he missed the first, and he banged it off the right upright. It came down and hit the crossbar.
Penalty
Flag
marker.
down again. This kick is good. Let's see what this one's about. This one came way out of the secondary. Came from the back judge under the goalpost. And we'll see what this one is. Right now it's 20-10 Newcastle. The kick is, it's against Highlands.
Oh boy.
So Cartwright has the kick. 2:49 left of the third quarter, and the Hurricanes lead it now 20-10.
Well, Mike, we had 4 chances to convert plays early. We didn't do it, and the Red Hurricanes have come back and made us pay the price. You can't let good teams off the hook, Mike, as we did.
Very much. And again, the fight they put up against Aliquippa, and I think we all know how good Aliquippa is.
Well, it was the opposite there. They jumped up early, 28-7. They got buried in the second half. Again, we talked about rust or rest, and Highlands come out very rusty here in the second half.
So the penalty, it's a personal foul against Highlands, 15 more. Now this will make it a short kickoff for Newcastle. This is a great shot to try an onside kick.
Yep.
Because even if you don't make it, Highlands is still deep in their territory. So we'll see what...
6 penalties for 65 yards. That's not good either.
No, it's not. We'll see what Braden Cartwright does here on just directions from Joe Coward. Next week we'll be at Knock. A little more familiar trip for us.
He's going to take it at the 5.
Price tries to get to the far side of the field. Makes one man miss.
Yep, no momentum though, Mike.
Oh, and he gets hit hard. He fumbles. It's loose. Newcastle has it at the 8-yard line. Marshane McElroy has it. Price was hit. Hard to tell if his knee might have been down. It's too difficult to tell. There were too many black shirts around him. And now Newcastle with a chance to put this one away at 2:39 left of the third quarter.
Smell blood in the water, Mike. We have left this team off the hook. There's no doubt about it. And remember, this is a team we beat in the playoffs a few years ago. Beat them in basketball last year. But they've come out the second half and taken it to the Golden Rams.
First and goal at the 8. Talk about the short field. First turnover of the night. First turnover by Highlands this year. Here's Stone. Tries to get outside to the right. A 10, the 5, to the corner, and he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Touchdown, they say. Touchdown, Geno Stone. He reached it across. And they score again. Eight-yard run by Geno Stone, his first of the night. And it's 26-10.
I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. It's getting ugly, Mike.
Freddie Soto, the holder, and Cartwright's kick is blocked. Can't run him back in high school. I'm waiting for them to put that rule in. They've missed 2 extra points. That's the only bad thing Joe Coward's got so far, I think. Newcastle leads at 26-10. At 2:31 remaining of quarter number 3. If you want a great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking, why not try the Anchor Inn on Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, where Joe, Andy, and Dee continue that family tradition they started way back in 1953. All kind of good stuff on the menu. The Anchor Burger, of course, is their signature item. Also, their wings are tremendous, full wings you get. They don't kill you on the price either. And there's a different blue plate every day. And the great thing about it is that the Newcastle fans are up. The blue plate special actually does come on a blue plate.
It does.
No reservations needed, and the kitchen's open till 11, so there's plenty of time to stop in the Anchor after the game to discuss the Rams' push to the playoffs. That's the Anchor Inn, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
Well, Mike, if the Golden Rams are going to do anything, they're going to have to do something in a hurry here at 2:31.
Well, the 2 missed extra points have left this still a 2-touchdown game.
That's the good news. Highlands has to score some touchdowns.
And that's all I got right now. They kick it short, picked up at the 20. This is Martinka. 30, 35, here he comes. 40, 45. Martinka to the 50-yard line.
31 yards on the return for Domi. He gives us good field position. Let's see if we can take advantage now.
And Logan Christ is out there, which is good. I was a little concerned about Logan. He really took a hard hit on that fumble. So the Rams have good field position. They'll start at the Newcastle 49-yard line for their 4th offensive play of the second half at 2:23 remaining.
Well, that time of possession, Mike, is evening up in a hurry here, huh? Doesn't get any easier next week. We go to knock. All the games are tough in this conference, Mike.
It's going to be. It's going to be a battle every week.
We had our bye week last week against Ambridge. That's it. The rest are all
South Fayette was beating them 38-0 at first half.
Sounds familiar.
McIntyre in motion. He gets the call. And McIntyre has some yardage.
Ooh.
Oh, he gets hit hard. How he held on to that ball, I will never, ever know, as Geno Stone hit him so hard his kids will be born dizzy.
Like that jet action, Highlands must see something there because they ran that a lot here this evening. That time McIntyre picked up about 4 on the play, but it was a hard-earned 4, that's for sure.
Second down and 6, Highlands at the Newcastle 45, trailing at 26-10. Sportelli resets to Timmons left now.
2 guys moving at the same time, yeah.
Flags are down and Timmons barrels his way for what would have been near a first down.
We had 2 guys go in motion, Cohen and Lonnie Long. One of them shouldn't have done that.
You, sir, are correct.
7 for 70.
Too many. And last week, well, again, it's so hard to tell, but they only had 4 for 25 last week, so hard to know, if that was good or not. Now, the coaches would have a better idea from coaches' film.
What do we say on the road, Mike? Penalties, turnovers. They'll kill you.
Now, the 2 things you got to pack when you go on the road are your defense and your special teams. And they basically gave up. They recovered an onside kick but didn't score on it. They fumbled on a kickoff return and gave up a touchdown on the very next play. So special teams are a minus right now for them.
Yep.
2nd and 11. Of course, that was a 6-yard penalty to make it 2nd and 12, by the way. Martinka gets a good block from Timmons.
Oh, he gets
spins off a man.
Stays in there.
And keeps his way down to the 43. And another marker down. It's getting funky in there.
Yep.
There was a battle going on between McElroy and Billy Conley. Holding on Highlands.
Yeah, boy. He'll get those yards to the flag, correct?
He gets the yards to the flag. That is right. So he gets 7.
It's Dom's first carry, Mike. Thought he'd be a more part of the offense this year.
Rams are going backwards. 2nd and 15. Approximately.
8 penalties now, 80 yards.
1:04 left, 3rd quarter. Newcastle leads at 26-10. Single setback is Booker. Timmons, jailbreak. Timmons rolls right. He's going to keep it 50, 45, 40, and skips over a man out of bounds. He's close to a first down out
looks like
in front of the Rams bench. They're going to mark him at the 39, so I'm going to say he's probably about a yard short.
14 on that play. That'll put him over 100 yards, Mike. 103 on 17 carries.
How about that? So the Rams need a yard here. Boy, this looks familiar at this spot of the field, doesn't it? We were here once before. think Newcastle might have to call a timeout here.
They do.
Oh, they say it's a first down, Dean.
Even better.
Okay. Give him another yard.
There we go. 104.
Great run by Timmons. First down at the 39. We're going to call it the 38 for statistical purposes. 54 seconds left of the quarter. I brought the chart tonight.
Uh-oh. There's another whistle.
Boy, oh boy. I don't need the chart to know that I know if they score a touchdown, they have to go for 2.
Yes.
We don't need the chart. Down 16. But boy, oh boy. Now, again, the mistakes that they're making. This looks like a team between 2 teams. One team has played 2 games and the other one hasn't played any. That's what it looks like now. And of course, there's no way in knowing this, and this isn't a second guess. You didn't know what Ambridge was going to be, at least not to that extent. But if you did, would you have changed your mind and played a week 0 game?
That's a good question, Mike. But we'll never know the answer to it.
No, and there isn't anything you can do about it now. 1st and 15 again.
Keep putting ourselves in these holes, Mike.
Sportelli gets the penalty yardage back, most of it, to the 40.
And Mike, early on, Sportelli was ripping off big yardage. He had 51 yards in the first half on 6 carries. That's his first carry of the second half.
Eagleston in there on the stop. The ball's at the 40. It's 2nd and 11. The Rams need to make sure they get another playoff here. I don't like their sloppiness getting in and out of the huddle here. They need to pick up the pace.
Yeah, especially we saw it at the end of the first half too, Mike.
Well, that wasn't so bad because they were trying to wind the clock down. They didn't take enough time off the clock in the first half.
Well,
but now you're down by 2 scores. You got to get moving.
I'd still like to see more of a sense of urgency.
Timmons is back on play action.
Wide open.
Oh, he's got a man wide open.
They get it.
And it is incomplete.
Penalty marker.
Took too long to get there. Noah Wainer was the intended receiver, and there's a marker down.
See what they're going to call.
Okay, now, I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
As I have all my Highlands colors on. I did not see interference there.
Maybe a face mask, Mike? I think you're going to call face mask.
Okay. Pass interference. I did not see pass interference there. Well, we'll take it.
Yep.
And really, it just took too long to get there.
Yep.
Wainer was 30 yards wide open, and it should have been a touchdown.
Leaves us 3 seconds, Mike, too, on the clock.
First down of the second half for Highlands. First down at the Newcastle 25. Cohen in motion. Want to toss. This is Martinka. Tries to get around a man. Cuts it. Keeps going. They're fighting for the ball. And Martinka gets a yard. But that was a hard-fought yard for Dom to the 24. What'll be the last play of the third quarter. And what a third quarter it was for the home team. They scored 3 touchdowns. And after 3, it's Newcastle 26 and Highlands 10.
Well, Mike, you said it when the second half started. Who would come out fired up? And it seems like it's been Newcastle so far. We still have one more chapter to put in the book, though. And again, Newcastle's down 10-0. They didn't panic. Highlands down 2 scores. Let's see if they will. And again, got excellent field position here.
Trivia time?
Trivia time indeed. This is a great trivia question. A family friend of mine and a good guy from Woodland Hills, George Novak, should have his career win 300 tonight. They're playing Fox Chapel. What do you think their chances are, Mike?
I think they could. I think Woodland Hills can beat Fox Chapel, Dave.
If they do, it will be 300.
Okay.
Question is, tonight, over all those years, he's had 6 WPL championships. He won 1 in Still Valley. Do you know that, Mike?
Yeah, because they beat Burl on their way.
was a Munhall graduate, was part of the Still Valley School District. Went to college at Georgia Tech, Mike. Football scholarship, got a degree in industrial management. He worked for years in private industry. He was an auditor for Westinghouse, a man after my own heart. When he decided to get into education, high school football.
Bill Cherpak was on one of those teams that he had at Steel Valley. And Cherp, of course, started off as a funeral director.
Yes. Well, here's the question, Mike. He's put 11 guys in the NFL in the last 10 years. Name 5.
Oh.
You can do this. They're very prominent in the NFL. It's not bad enough we're losing 26 to 10. I give you a 5-part trivia question to work.
And I got to walk all over the place to try to see the game. Yes.
Through the girder this time. Through the magic girder.
Newcastle almost jumped offside but got back, and Sportelli's hitting the backfield and dropped by Tyrese Fish. That'll be 3rd down and loss of 2, 3rd and 11.
Mike, when you're bumping the game over tonight, Photoshop that girder out, okay?
Sure, I'll be right with you. 3rd down and 11. Ball at the Newcastle 26-yard line. Obviously 4-down territory for Highlands, trailing it 26 to 10.
Sportelli late getting on the field here.
Newcastle has scored the last 26 points. Price in motion. Timmons going to keep it. Finds a crack inside the 20. Still on his feet.
Still going.
Timmons to the 10. To the 5. It dives to the pylon.
What they say.
And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They're going to put the pylon back first. 1st and goal, Highlands.
25 yards. Down to, oh, now they're going to put it back, way back in the 4, Mike. Honest to God.
Okie dokie.
22 yards. Gives Braden 126 yards rushing now. And the Golden Rams put one on the board here, Mike. We got an interesting ball game.
Well, they're going to have to go for 2, certainly. And I'm expecting an onside kick regardless.
Yeah, right. We know that's coming.
1st and goal. Wide side of the field to the right.
Most important thing is putting the ball in quickly.
Rams need points, not only for this game. I know it's early, but for later. Jet, touchdown, Highlands. Jermaine Jet off the right side gets it in there.
4 yards.
Got to go for 2. So that comes early, just a minute in.
And that's big, Mike. We're right back in it.
Hey, they were 13 points down against them in basketball. I don't know about how that translates to 16 in football, but
well, maybe that Russ is getting knocked off.
A lot of those same guys out there. So here go the Rams on a 2-point conversion. Their first lineup and try for 2 this year. They go out of the flex formation, and Timmons is going to run it off the right side.
Easy
Timmons dives into the end zone for 2 points.
Yep, here we go, Mike.
So it's 26 to 18 as Timmons runs it in, and those 2 missed extra points by Newcastle looming large here with 11 minutes to go.
We ain't done yet, Mike.
So now we'll see what happens on the kickoff.
Well, like you said, we know it's going to be an onside-er.
We would assume, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But the Rams defense has not done a great job here in the second half.
Do you bring your overtime rules with you?
Yeah, I brought. Guess what else I brought? It's like bringing your umbrella and never hoping to use it. I brought the lightning safety thing.
That's a good thing.
And so far we haven't needed it. Isn't that great?
Well, lightning struck on that drive for the Golden Rams. We're right back in the thing. Again, we got to get a stop on defense, Mike.
Oh, lightning struck on that. Let's see if we can get a Lou Christie going.
You want to go?
11:01 to go.
They're putting 10 guys up on the line of scrimmage, Mike. Why don't we pooch it to like the 35?
That's what they did the last time. It seemed to work.
And send a bunch of guys.
Sam Peck is the kicker. Not Sam Peckinpah, just Sam Peck.
Stone back at the 30.
Now Hooker was being worked on the sideline between quarters, and
he's back out there, though.
He is. They're working on his arm. High pooch kick. Oh, it's loose for a moment. Yep. Oh, quickly down there.
Luke
for
Cochran.
The Rams was Luke Cochran to put the cover on him. So Newcastle will have it at their 38-yard line. The Rams trailing by 8 at 11 minutes to go. That took a second, by the way.
Yep. Got to be 3 and out. Highlands has all 3 of their timeouts.
Yes, and Newcastle's used 1.
So it's been a Geno Stone show here in the second half. Let's see if we can bring that.
It kind of has
to a halt.
First down for the Red Hurricanes on their 39. Now, Gardner was set up. Jones had lost his mouthpiece, and he went over to pick it up. Gardner is hit, and Gardner is dropped for no gain.
Clark
pounded there by, 58, Tyler Crilly was there, and that was the end of that mess. No gain.
Clark, Mike, our nose guard, has done a great job tonight. He's been on 11 tackles, and he recovered the first onside kick, too.
Brian Barr trying to get the Highlands fans fired up across the way. And they are. 2nd and 10 for Newcastle. Boy, 1 turnover back would certainly be what the doctor ordered. They're going to give it to Hooker. Hooker to the near side of the field. He's at the 40. 45. First down to the 50-yard line in a scrum.
They got to blow the whistle here, Mike. Till they blow the whistle, we play.
This is where they get in trouble. We've been talking about this for a couple of years. Is they let them continue to play like that, and then somebody throws them down, and then they throw a flag on.
Timmons and Martinkin on the stop it, not until he gets the first down. That was what we heard, Mike, in the pregame. They throw a flag there.
No, it's first down applause.
Newcastle's coaching staff was going to try to get Hooker the ball any way they could, anytime they can. That time it led to a first down, and the clock becomes their ally. 9:50 to go. Highlands trailing by 8.
Of course, Marcus Hooker with 2 touchdowns here to break this one open. Rams have got it back to an 8-point game. At the 49. Hooker in motion again. And Stone's going to keep it this time. Stone, boy, there was holding there on Barr, and it wasn't called. And Stone all the way down to the 44-yard line. Barr was tackled to the ground, and there was no flag.
Yep.
Stone is late to get up. Actually, he's not. Cramp looks like, boy, it's so hot and humid.
Yep, Sportelli and Jet there.
It's a 6-yard gain for Geno Stone, and he's going to have to come out of play unless they use the timeout here. We'll take one while they check on him. 9:16 to go. 26-18 Newcastle. We'll be right back.
Got to stop him here somehow, Mike.
McElroy and Gardner are back there. McElroy will take the snap. Oh, Gardner left early. There was no flag there either. And here comes McElroy through a hole. Inside the 25. Shaken and baking to the 26-yard line. And again, Lorenzo Gardner was a setback, the sidecar, and he left the step early. He even tried to stop, and there was no flag there either. First down, Newcastle at the Highlands 26.
Freeman on a tackle, but it was way downfield, Mike.
Newcastle at the Highlands 26-yard line.
19
First
yards.
wave that was stopping them early in the game, Mike. Now those tackles they're breaking. Stone's still out. He's limping, Mike. Cramp hasn't gone away, and you know what?
First and 10.
Now they're going to try to take some time off the clock.
Game clock shows less than 9. 26-18.
He's been instructed to wait till 5 to call the signals.
Lorenzo Gardner, number 5, taking the snaps now. Oh, McElroy does.
Number 8, yep.
Tackled by Desort as he puts the arms around him and gets him for no gain at the 26. Second and 10.
Mitch now has 9 tackles. Stone going to go back in now, it looks like. Nope.
Still Lorenzo Gardner taking the instructions, and he'll relay them. Looks like he's calling the play in the huddle. Marshane McElroy, who also was injured earlier. Second half kickoff.
Stone has his helmet back on, but again, they wait till 5 seconds to snap.
Now they reset. And this is Hooker. Hooker cuts it. Oh, look at him dance through there. Inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. McIntyre was down there for Highlands. But the gain is a good one. It's 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Well, Mike, we needed was a stop. We haven't got one yet.
I'm going to remember tonight when we get to the end of the year and we're cold. It's warm in here, man. Goodness. We've been very fortunate with the weather tonight, though, because there's been all kind of gloom and doom about storms, and there's storms all over the place. Westmoreland County, Greensburg, and all those areas just getting pounded tonight.
I bet you there's a lot of games been canceled, Mike.
I bet. 3rd and 3. And McElroy to the near side of the field. He's got the speed. 15 and out of bounds at the 12. It's first down. And according to the coaches up here, Gardner was set on the wrong side, and now McElroy's hurt. Yeah. But it's first down, Newcastle at the 13.
Looks like Mitch DeZort down there, too. Freeman made the stop, but DeZort looks like he got injured on that play, Mike. Is it Mitch?
Let's see. I can't see a number. It is a single digit, though.
That's not good.
Now they're putting the cramp thing on him. We'll take a timeout. Newcastle leads it by 8. We'll be right back. Mitch DeZort comes off the field. It looked like a cramp as Mike Rizzo was down there stretching the leg out, so hopefully he'll be okay. But first down now, Newcastle at the Highlands 13-yard line.
Stone's back in there?
Stone is indeed back in the lineup.
Now what?
Don't know.
Referee lost his hat. All right. What haven't we seen tonight, Mike?
Oh, there have been a few things. I don't want to get into it, though. First down, Newcastle at the Highlands 13. I think Hooker might have been supposed to get that.
Face mask.
And that takes care of that as Cochran brings him down for a sack, and now Stone limping again. I think he was supposed to execute the handoff there to Marcus Hooker, but he never did hand it to him. And it's a big loss. Back to the 23. It's a 10-yard loss.
Freshman Luke Cochran on a stop, and Newcastle complaining no time came off the clock, Mike. Well, that's your timekeeper, kids.
It's running now. Less than 7 minutes remaining. 4th quarter. Newcastle 26, Highlands 18. And the Hurricanes go backwards on that play, and now they don't have a quarterback out there. Stone is getting the signals from the sidelines, and there's 14 seconds on the huddle clock.
Highlands has all their timeouts left, Mike.
The defense really needs to come up big now. Now Marcus Hooker splits wide to the right. And now they got to hurry on the play clock. It's down to 2. He does get it off. Stone is back, and he throws it, and he bounced it into Garrett Farah as Jermaine Jett was putting on the heat. Where they had to rush it, and it just the timing was never right. That would have been a good time to take a timeout. They have 2 left. 3rd and 20 now for Newcastle. Now a field goal would be very important for them. Make it a 2-score game. 6:22 to go.
Looks like they slowed down on a rush, Mike. And one of the ways I think they're doing it, like you said, I see a lot of holding taking place, but I see it, but the referees don't. So what are you going to do?
By the way, anybody that has Gronk in fantasy, sit him because he didn't even make the trip to Arizona.
Is that right? Well, that's one guy from Woodland Hills, Mike. 4 more to go.
That was rumored. Stone is back. He's going to throw it up there, and it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, come on. No way.
That's terrible.
No way. Terrible, terrible,
A badly thrown ball. All Logan Christ was doing was running to the football. Hooker was spinning around like a top, and they threw a flag for interference. Oh, my.
Terrible. You don't mind getting beat by 11, Mike, but when you got 17 against you, it's kind of hard.
That was difficult there.
There was no
contact.
Nothing.
He never touched him.
He ran at the ball.
Now, as I said, Highlands got a break on one earlier that I didn't believe McIntyre was interfered with, or Wayner was interfered with either. But he never touched him.
Never.
I believe you have to make physical contact before there's interference, don't you?
He ran in a line to the ball. The ball fell incomplete. What happened? The beautiful thing about this,
Sam Albert is beside himself.
He is. He should be.
And he should be.
Yep.
That's a terrible call. That'll be a half the distance.
Yep.
Take it down to about the 12-yard line.
In YouTube land, you can roll that back and you will see Logan Price did absolutely nothing. 10 penalties now, 95 yards. But hard to count that one, Mike.
Wow. First down. This is McElroy. Breaks one tackle. Oh, and Timmons laid the lumber to him and brought him down. No gain. But the thing it does, too, is it takes time off the... And that's on a 3rd and 20 they get that.
Terrible. That did us in.
No, not yet it didn't.
Well, it didn't help.
Band playing some Star Wars over there. 5:53 to go.
Looks like
what is that, the March of the Sugar Plum Fairies?
It might be. Newcastle confused out there, Mike.
They're going to take their time out this time, I think. The thing to do is you wait till the play clock winds all the way down to 1 and then you take it. It takes time off the clock, and that's what Joe Coward's doing. And there it is. 5:27 to go, 4th quarter. Newcastle 26, Highlands 18. Timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Going to kick the field goal here, Mike. This is a big one, like you said earlier.
Right, it wasn't an automatic first down on the pass interference. Only personal fouls give you automatic ones there. So if on 4th down they're going to kick it, it's 30 yards. It's low, and he got it through. Oh, that was nearly blocked. And Cartwright nailed it, a 29-yard field goal. And that's a big one. He's already had one block tonight on an extra point, and he just snuck that one over.
Barely.
29-18. At the 5:24 mark, and really, that call on that pass interference, it got them the 12 yards, and the half the distance call really made all the difference there.
All right, Mike, Woodland High players that play in the NFL.
How about Shante Spencer, Steve Preston, Rob Gronkowski, I'm just trying to think of pit guys maybe, Lusaka Polite.
There you go, 5, you're good. There's 2 more pit guys though. Darren Walls.
Okay.
Lafayette Pitt.
Oh, I forgot. What NFL is he playing in?
He's a defensive back on the Miami Dolphins practice squad.
Okay, is that count?
Well, he's played before.
Okay, good for him.
Paychecks, brother.
I'm just glad he's not at Pitt anymore.
Kid, Ryan Mundy, you remember that?
Ryan Mundy, who was around. Yeah, another good player. Played for the Steelers for quite a while.
Yeah.
Got a ring.
Rontez Miles, the defensive back.
Cartwright boots it. It bounces. Rams got to get on this. This is Martinka back at the 7. And he's through there. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Martinka 50. Martinka 40. Don Martinka, 92 yards.
Touchdown. Sprinter speed, Mike. There you go. How you like that? We're right back in it.
Dominic Martinka returns at 92, and the Rams are right back in it.
We ain't done yet. I said that once tonight. Wow.
29-24, and the Rams can just kick now. Or if they go for 2, they're only a field goal down.
5:07.
So I guess you go for 2. Boy, could Dom fly.
He sure does, Mike. He's won a high jump contest in track, so he turned that track speed into a touchdown that time.
And the Rams, again,
and
So many hidden points. They scored 3 touchdowns last week, not on offense. Each of the last 2 years, they've scored 8. Timmons is in for 2.
Here we go.
29-26.
Now it's a field goal, Mike. It's a field goal game, but we got to stop them on defense.
Now what they have to do is figure out a way to recover this kickoff. I really think that's what you're at now. 5:07 to go. 29-26. Newcastle by 3 in what's turned into a barn burner here at Taggart Stadium. And Martinka ran the kickoff back after Newcastle kicked the field goal to give them the 2-score lead back.
Highlands has all 3 of their timeouts too, Mike.
The ball got past Martinka. It went through his legs. He had to go back and pick it up inside the 10-yard line.
That brought everybody to him.
And he got past the first wave, and once he got to the outside with those legs galloping.
Braden Cartwright, the kicker, was the guy that had a chance at him after that, and he blew him away in a foot race.
Again, that's the 4th touchdown already in 2 weeks that they've scored not offensive touchdowns. They scored 8 each of the last 2 years, and those are unbelievable numbers. You go back to 2012, and many years before that, they had none. They scored no touchdowns not offensively. They've got 4 already this year after 8 each of the last 2 years.
All right, Mike, this time it's going to be Ryan Barr to kick it off. Boy, Peck had a beautiful one the first time, huh?
There is nobody back there. He could kick it over here, Dean.
Yep.
And they could get a run at it.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
But the Rams defense hasn't really stopped Newcastle in the second half. And Barr boots it deep.
Now they have to pick it up, right?
If it stays on the field of play, now it's a touchback. So Newcastle started at the 20. They gave him the touchback and they took it.
Well, we got him pinned now, Mike. We have to make something happen. It's got to be a 3-and-out, baby. Come on, let's go, guys.
Yeah, the Rams, again, defensively, Newcastle's had their way with Highlands here in the second half, but now you'd like to even the turnover department.
Looks like Newcastle's taking another timeout, Mike.
No, they huddle their first play on the sideline. 5:07 to go.
Hold on to something at home. We can get a defensive stop. See what we can do. So that terrible call actually came back to help somebody.
Kind of gave us a few points, huh? Highlands has had the ball 3 plays of the 4th quarter.
Good news is we answered, Mike, and Mitch Desort's on the field. That's even better news.
Stone turns, and a give, and here comes Lorenzo Gardner through a hole. Up over the 30, he's got a first down at the 32-yard line. The other half of this equation is the defense has to hold up their end of the bargain, and they have not done that in the second half.
Barr held on for dear life, got some help from Desort on that play.
You know what the good news was there? It happened on the first play.
Yep, exactly. 10 tackles now for Mitch Desort.
First down, Hurricanes on the 32-yard line. Clock winds to 4:50 to go, 4th quarter. Newcastle 29, Highlands 26.
Just a question, Mike, on that kickoff previews. If that ball would have laid at the 2-yard line, we could have picked it up, right?
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Marcus Hooker, the motion man, and Hooker gets it. Timmons ran right past him, and Hooker bounces off the man, and here he goes, 50. 45 to the Highlands 40-yard line. Seth Cohen brought him down.
Antonio Lapriato in there too, Mike, but not until he picked up a big first down.
Newcastle has 10 first downs in the second half. 28 yards by Marcus Hooker there.
Like you said, the good news are happening on first down.
Yeah, but you got to put up some resistance here. This is just not going to cut it. They have really run through this Highlands defense in the second half like a knife through hot butter. 1st and 10, Newcastle at the Highlands 40. Still 4 minutes to go. Newcastle by 3. And Stone going to run the option down the line. Pitch it to Gardner off the right side. 35 to the 30, but a marker down.
Clark way downfield to make the tackle.
Let's see what the penalty is.
Along with Logan Price.
The penalty marker at the 42-yard line in front of the Highlands bench.
That'll stop the clock.
Illegal motion against Newcastle will be a 5-yard. Two men moving
early.
Well, and yeah, it happened on a couple of plays earlier too.
Yeah.
That is not the first time. So it'll be 1st and 15 at the 45.
Lorenzo Gardner, number 5.
Both bands getting at it. 3:52 left, fourth quarter.
Almost to the point we're going to start using timeouts and hope for a turnover.
Twins to the right. Stone trying to get the Rams to jump offside or using a hard count. Stone's going to keep it. Gets out of a tackle. Flies down the right side to the 30. Timmons finally got it. Ran right through the arms of Luke Cochran in the backfield. He had him for a loss, but he ran right through him. I think he might have the first down. He does.
And again,
they've run 3 plays on this series. The Rams absolutely have to stop them. They made a first down on every one. Now to the Highlands 30. 29-26, 3:15 to go. And now, Dan, you got to use your timeouts.
Yep. Taking the clock down to 5, Mike.
Lorenzo Gardner. And really where they've taken this game over is up front.
Yep.
And you got to figure fatigue is set in on the Rams because, again, just haven't played an entire football game. And now Sam takes his first time out after a gain of 3 by Gardner. 2:49 to go.
We got a penalty marker, too.
I do not see one. First time out for Highlands in the second half.
Jet and Sportelli on the stop.
Now we get down to cases here. The Rams are running this second half 11 offensive plays. The defense has to be beat.
And again, we thought we could play with them up front, Mike. So far, they've taken over here in the second half.
They have.
Always the X factor. You never know what you can get off those guys up front. And early on, Mike, looked like we were pushing them around. Big losses.
2nd and 7. They really need a turnover.
Yep.
That's really where it lies right now. Stone and Gardner. McElroy in motion. McElroy gets the call. Comes to the near side of the field and gets run down as he gets to the 21-yard line.
Mitch Desordin on that tackle. Getting up slowly again, Mike.
Going to be 3rd down and very short. 3rd and a yard.
Gotta take those timeouts, Mike.
Surprised they didn't take that one there.
Nope.
I mean, you pretty much are all in with that now. I don't know why you'd save it.
Nope.
2:15 left.
This is it, Mike. 3rd down. Stop
And they got 2 plays to make this.
Yep.
Stone is hit the ball. Oh, and Newcastle falls on it. They called him down anyway, Dean.
Oh, well.
I think they did. No, they didn't either. But guess what? That puts them back. Now Sam calls a timeout. The Rams have called their second. It's 4th down.
Well, Prieto and Gunn on.
Well, I thought thought, and there's another instance right there. I think Stone was down before the ball came out, but
that makes it 4th down. That ball was recovered by number 66 on the offensive line, Nick Hontai.
So here we are, 4th down, 2 at the 22-yard line. 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining. Each team, well, Newcastle has 2 left, and Highlands should have 1 left. They haven't taken the second one off the board yet.
Well, they took 1, I know that.
Oh, they took 1 right there. Unless Newcastle did. No, each team should, boy. Each team should have taken 2 at this point. So here we go. It's 4th down. This is a big play.
Right here. Yep.
This is it. If they make it, that'll be it, unless they fumble. Stone is back, and he throws, and Garrett Farah has it. Farah's at the 10. Farah to the 5. And he's down to the 2.
Price made the stop, but not until he got the first down making. That's going to do it.
20 yards.
Big 4th down conversion.
Well, what Highlands needs to do here is let them score. Matter of fact, it wouldn't have been the worst thing to let them go in right then.
Yeah, you're right about that.
70 yards on 3 catches for Garrett Farah. 1st and goal at the 2. Stone to the pylon.
No signal.
He's out of bounds inside the 1.
It's actually bad news for us, Mike.
Well, the clock stopped.
Oh, yeah.
We got that going for us, huh?
McIntyre kept it, Don Martinke, excuse me, and
2nd and goal. 29-26. Newcastle by 3.
And Freeman.
A touchdown will put it into the 2-score territory. What a hard-fought battle this has been. Now they spread the field out, so this is going to be a quarterback draw. It's loose! It's on the ground, and the Rams have it! The Rams have it! Romello Freeman at the 8-yard line! Unbelievable! Romello Freeman on a fumble. They tried to do the exchange and give it to Gardner, and it was laying there on a turf, what seemed like eternity, and the Rams have the ball!
Can you believe this, Mike? Freeman on a fumble recovery, but again, he was whacked defensively that time.
1st and 10 at the 8-yard line.
1:10 to go. All we need is a field goal to send it in overtime. 1 timeout left, correct?
And you got the quarterback with the big strong arm back there. Yeah, they have not taken the timeouts off the board. Each team should have 1 left. The board said each team has 2.
Maybe they're giving us 4.
1st down. The bad news is there's 92 yards to go. The good news is there's a chance.
Why don't we drop the ball and let Don pick it up?
It'll be the miracle at Taggart Stadium. Timmons, incomplete, and for the best. That wasn't going anywhere. Timmons 2 for 5, 60 yards. He completed the first one for 66. 2nd and 10. 1:05 left. We go right down to the wire at Newcastle.
Score indicates it's been a great game, but Mike, it's just been a game of people taking advantage of mistakes so far.
Each team's turned it over once. Again, Timmons. Now he's going to throw a quick one out here to Christ. You got to get the ball down the field here.
That's going nothing.
Why are you going sideways?
I have no idea. Pass complete to Price.
Well, they've completed 3 passes, and 2 of them have been for losses. Highlands is going to call a timeout. They have no choice. The ball's at the 7-yard line.
44 seconds to go.
So Christ caught that one. 44 seconds, 29-26. Newcastle leading it. And the Rams have 93 yards to go. They scored a 92-yarder a couple minutes ago when Don Martinka ran the kickoff back, but that they haven't really had a whole lot to show for it offensively here in the second half of this game. And now they throw two passes sideways. They get stretching the field horizontally.
Well, maybe they're setting them up for something here, Mike.
Maybe.
Let's get that
3rd and 11. They got a big, strong-arm quarterback down there. I think I tried to move the ball down the field.
Let's get Logan Christ like we did on the first series, Mike.
Rams are out of timeouts, by my math. Timmons going to run it.
That's not good. He's got to get out of bounds.
10.
Yeah.
He didn't get the first down. So now it's 4th down. He can't spike it. Clock is running to 30 seconds. And it's 4th and 3. Timmons. I think he got it to the 19-yard line. He should have it. He does. It's a first down for Highlands. Clock stops to move the chains. 13 seconds. Timmons will spike it.
Yep, reset the play.
And now both teams are being hurt by what they're showing on the board for timeouts. Newcastle has 1 left. The board says they have 2. They're going to take 1 now. With 11 seconds to go. Let's take 1, 2. 11 seconds left. 29-26. Back with the fantastic finish right after this. 11 seconds to go, and really, unless the Rams get a quick first down and are able to get up and spike it, they have the old hook and lateral in the playbook. That might be the one they need.
Yeah, they got guys back at the 50-yard line for Newcastle, and
they run
coming on late now.
Ian Frost runs on the field late. Timmons is back. Timmons fires to the near side of the field, incomplete. Nicely done, a leaping play by Freddie Soto to get a piece of it. They had Lonnie Long over there to get out of bounds. That was the correct play call.
So now it comes down to one big heave, Mike.
3rd and 10. 6 seconds to go. And Newcastle's going to play the umbrella defense here. The Rams never have enough time to get into field goal range. 6 seconds left. 4 wides. Timmons is back there with Martinka. And Timmons going to throw it quickly. And now they're going to run a handoff play to Martinka down the sideline, but Hooker's waiting for him. Puts him right into Chris Nowicki's lap, and that's going to do it.
Penalty marker, hold everything.
We have a marker down over on the far side of the field. Let's see what that's all about.
Now, how do you score that, Mike?
They threw it to Christ, and then Christ handed it to Martinka.
Yep. So Christ gets the yardage for the
catch, and then there's a rush after that. But it appears the game is over. And the Newcastle Hurricanes have held on here at home. And Sam Albert really giving it to the officials. Newcastle wins it, Dean. 29-26. Final thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, you don't mind losing to 11, but there were some horrible calls out there this afternoon, this evening, and got to clean up our act because guess what? The knock nights next week not going to be easy.
No, it's not. All right, thanks to Boom Boom Mancini, Sam Fair, the athletic director here at Newcastle. Thanks to him for all his help. Now let's wrap it up. Once again, that final score here tonight, Newcastle 29 and Highlands 26 for the Dean.